Is this thing on? Are we live? See me doing this with my hand? I don't know what's going on. I keep like reaching out my hand and like grasping invisible air.
You're playing with balls. Sorry. One of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
Says the developer.
Says me. That's part of the affirmation. Shut the fuck up. Some characters might not have faces.
I don't think it was intended.
Oh god!
Like he's like, he died.
He died. He eventually just died.
He just dies. And I was like, all right.
My hand is out of control. Like, greetings, everyone. Prepare yourselves. Prepare your bodies. It's the Input Delay Podcast, episode 23. The internet's #1 podcast with us on it.
Pretty sure you can't say that.
There's
We're not on any other podcast, so we are the number
this is
one
the
podcast.
best podcast in the world that has us on it.
Debatable. Debatable.
Hands down.
That has me, Aaron, and Chris on. And you show up sometimes.
That's right. I'm Aaron Harvey. Joining me tonight, the manhole, Adam Planamento.
Manhole or Hulk?
The manhole.
Hole. So
the thing in the ground.
hole?
The manhole.
So hole.
Hole.
Smuggling grapes, Chris Rayner.
Wasn't he a Rainer before?
I don't think so.
Who cares?
I think he was. Let's check
I
the
don't
podcast.
think. Chris Kerrigan.
We'll just pick a last name and
Whatever.
let's stick from that. from
Let's
now
just keep
on.
your last name the same, yeah.
Okay.
Chief.
Chris Protoss.
Protoss.
It's not a last name. That's a
and
race.
making his name a reality. Richard Cranium. Nick DeFeo.
Nice.
Oh, you give him a good one.
Richard Cranium.
Dickhead.
You don't
Yeah. If this is your first Input Delay podcast, welcome. If you're a returning friend, also welcome. If you're not listening to this at all, fuck you. This is of course a podcast comprised of the InputDelay.com crew, all about games, gaming, and us. Now, normally we begin the show by talking about what we're playing this week, but this time we're going to start off with a segment we call 5 and 5.
Hey,
Actually-
what's up, Spank?
That's what we're calling it now. We're calling it 5 and 5 now.
You also have a license plate in your room.
I
don't know.
know.
That's what I wanted to.
That's been there since
Well,
probably the first podcast.
It's been here for a
No, it
while.
has not, Nick.
It's been here since I sold my car to Sean, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
been like a month.
So,
and a
like,
half.
I have not
a while.
noticed. I've
Speaking
not
of 5 and 5, we need a
you sold your
jingle.
car to Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Long time ago.
I didn't know that.
We need a jingle. Planamento, we're the only ones that will do it because those guys are assholes. But
Hey, what time is it? It's the 5 at 5.
That's the same.
terrible.
That's the same. No, it's not.
It's
How
not-
much is too much?
but it's not 5
You
at
guys are
5.
one-hit wonders.
5 in 5.
It's 5 and 5.
Well, you can say 5 and 5.
You guys are one-hit wonders.
5 and 5.
I don't see you. I don't see you, Michael Jackson, making music over there.
One-hit wonder. Get out of here.
Like a Broadway show. It's 5 and 5.
No.
All right.
At 5.
It's not at 5. It's at 7:22.
It's getting there.
All right. Anyway,
7:21.
We'll do the top 5 news. Fuck it. 5 and 5. It's gone.
Fuck it.
One day.
Fuck it,
gone.
we'll do it live.
This will forever be known as the podcast where top 5 news was 5 and 5.
He's going to do one.
Never happened again. All right. So top 5 news, the way it works, I'll read the headline. We'll talk about it for a minute and then move on. So number 1, Just Cause 3 has officially been announced by Avalanche Studios and it will hit PC, Xbox One, and PS4 sometime next year, 2015. The game is said to include vastly improved parachute and grapple mechanics and other features. And it's single player only, so no multiplayer. What do you guys think?
It's the copy of December Game Informer.
That's
Cover.
who broke the news. Yes, was Game Informer.
That
I'm fucking excited.
Yeah.
Just Cause 2 was fucking awesome.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for new parachute and grappling mechanics. Can't be that. That's something you put on the cover.
Spoilers, what about Bubblegun? Are they going to have another one of those?
I don't know.
That's not mentioned in there. So
Is this Far Cry's little cousin?
It's a crazy game. Did you
Did
guys
you
ever
never
play
play Just Cause? Oh, it's awesome.
Well, I mean, is it the other way around? Is it Just Cause Far Cry's little cousin? Or
No, it's different.
They're-
Far Cry was not good until Far Cry 3.
They
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They're
Very
both
true.
open world games, but
But
it's
they're-
completely different what
Yes.
happens.
Yeah.
well,
I mean, it is on an island, and you are blowing shit
What's
up,
what I'm
and it is
saying.
crazy.
Just Cause bigger island than Far Cry
Yes,
3.
Just
Yeah, I
Cause
was
2
gonna
is
say
like
it's
one of the biggest
massive.
maps.
Yeah, I was gonna say
in
it's
an
Not
open
the big.
game,
Full time.
except for what is it? Fuel.
Yeah. Fuel.
Fuel.
Or one of those
Fucking massive.
car games.
Uh,
I'm excited for it.
yeah, I'm glad that they're only doing single player.
Yeah.
Everything has multiplayer. It's a single player experience. You
I don't
need it.
remember there being multiplayer in the second
I
one.
don't think,
there was.
So why add it in? Yeah.
because everything has multiplayer, and maybe they got asked the question like, "What's the multiplayer
Good for
going to
them
be
to
like?"
say.
Good for them. Day one buy.
Oh gosh. Number 2, Sony exclusive Bloodborne, bum bum bum, the third-person hardcore action RPG made by From Software as a spiritual successor to Demon's Souls, has been delayed. Originally set to hit store and digital shelves in early February, the release is now set for March 24th. So the developer said they needed time to optimize the game,
It's a month.
like everybody else.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
we need to find out what that means.
You know what that means?
Well,
Witcher. That's what that means.
I think
We're
it's more
scared.
likely it's more likely that they didn't want to compete with The Order, which was the other Sony exclusive that comes out
Sure.
in February.
and
But
kind of close, at least looking wise.
yeah, so it might
Yeah.
confuse people.
Yeah,
but
sure.
they did say that they had a very closed alpha version of the game to test out things for bugs and other glitches that might be in there. And a bunch of people reported that there were a couple things that were not quite working
Super
well. So
broken.
From Software was just like, all right, we'll just go back and fix it and we'll push it back. So
Whatever.
It's
I
cool.
respect
I don't
that.
care.
It's only a month. I mean, or a little over a month. It's not like it got pushed back to August.
Right.
You know, It's
exactly.
not that big of a deal.
And there's still a ton of games to play early next year, so I'm not all that worried about it. And I hope that when the game comes out, it fucking works. Not compared to the other games that came out this week, which we'll talk about after the top 5 days.
goddamn
It
Watch
works.
Dogs. Fucking Watch Dogs.
Number 3.
Still broken.
Telltale's Game of Thrones game has finally revealed its secrets.
Oh boy.
And the secret is that it
has a title.
game and it has things in it. Details emerged from the developer that this year's upcoming adventure game will focus on a lesser house called Forrester. Do you see me doing this with my hand? I don't
did.
know what's going on. I keep like reaching out my hand and like
Playing with
grasping
balls.
invisible
You're
air.
playing with balls. Sorry.
It's because he's talking about Game of Thrones, and he's
It's
like,
like, oh, Game of Thrones.
I'll read that sentence since I don't know what's going on. Details have emerged from the developer that this year's upcoming adventure game will focus on a lesser house called Forrester and follow 5 different characters throughout the fictional world of Westeros. For fans of the TV show, the game is set to begin around the latter portion of season 3.
Oh boy. Way in
why.
the future.
It says season 3 on the notes, and end near the beginning of upcoming season 5. So it's going to span a couple of years in the.
so
TV
it's
show
end of
universe.
3,
2,
butting up
5.
to the beginning of 5.
I would imagine that they're going to try to shoot to have the game close to done by the time that the show starts off. That would make the most sense. But
If
that
the
only
last episode.
that only gives them like 4 or 5 months at
But
the
it's
most.
so it's following the book, or is it going to
No.
show shit that's going to be happening in the show, the
It
TV?
is HBO's Game of Thrones. So it is not a Song of Ice and Fire. Like
I don't know if I want to play it then. If it's going to be showing me shit that's going to happen a couple seasons from now,
It won't.
It won't.
Season 3 to the beginning of season 5.
right? I know,
And
but
it's
I'm just saying
it's a house unrelated like to the major houses.
Correct.
that we haven't seen yet.
It
It's,
could be like a Bannerman's house, right?
Yes, it's their bannermen, I think, is the Umbers,
Are they in the
who
book?
are a bannerman who are sworn to the Starks. So it's like a lesser house of a lesser house
Okay, are they
and
in the
it's
book? Do they have
in
shit?
passing.
Okay,
So they're no like main characters, but they do
nothing-
exist
Okay.
in the world.
we'll see. I'm still excited for it. I'll play it.
Yeah,
I still don't know how that one's coming out this year. And the Borderlands one has no announcement yet. And we've seen a trailer on it. We've seen everything about it. And like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think they're just keeping it close
Game
to
of
the
Thrones
chest
is first.
So I mean, we'll see. Now there's at least enough information that it's like, all right, I guess it's feasible that this game is coming. But I still want to. I honestly, I probably won't believe that it's out until I'm
I
playing
buy it.
Yeah. Number 4, indie publisher Versus Evil announced this week that 4 games will be ported to PS4 early next year. These are all indie games. Among them, the awesome tactical RPG The Banner Saga, which was previously only available on Steam, and it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
Was that a quote from them or you?
No, that's definitely
Oh, that
me.
was from you. Okay.
It's not the
Earnhardt.
tag.
I mean, it would be like
2014.
The tagline of the game
One of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
says the developer.
Says me.
The best game I've ever made. Us. Yeah, the Banner Saga. It's like it's a tactical like top-down RPG, almost in the way of like a Final Fantasy Tactics or
Are there 4 games under the title Banner?
no, it's just
Saga?
one of the 4 indie games that's coming.
Okay,
to
so there's
PS4.
3 other games that are
which I've never heard of before.
on your cracked research. Do you have the other 3?
your cracked research.
Yeah, on my crackpot research. No, I didn't put them down because Banner Saga is the one that people know
Because they're not important.
it came out earlier this year. It's this weird sort of fantasy world where people coexist with like these weird Norse giants that are like huge fucking Vikings and it's crazy.
Game of Thrones?
No, it's not close at all.
Telltale's Game of Thrones being ported to
The Banner
PS4.
Saga. Anyway, it's a cool game. It's really cool. So now PS4 owners are going to have a chance to play it because it did so well on PC. It got so much critical acclaim and people love
Day
it so
one.
much. But it's a really tough game. If you like tactical RPGs and you're into that kind of thing.
Is it when did you say it's coming out?
February.
early
next year.
Early next year.
Okay, so it's not coming out same day as Game of Thrones.
Yes. Nick is taking pictures
Nick's texting.
I'm looking at their website.
To
for
see
the
if
Banner
they-
Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Vice Evil versus Evil
Versus Evil.
Versus
It's
good.
Evil Within.
The only other
I'm starting to studio
game I
versus good.
recognize is Dragons and Titans, which is a MOBA.
The way I wrote it was indie publisher versus evil.
Nice.
Versus
evil.
Indie publisher smites down evil.
Tonight at 6. Number 5. Microsoft says that Xbox One sales have skyrocketed since its $50 price drop, more than tripling the number of console sales from previous weeks. The company also said that total sales are almost at the 10 million mark. Meanwhile, Sony's PlayStation 4 recently surpassed 13.5 million sales, outpacing that of the PS2 during its launch in 2000. Though the numbers for both consoles continue to rise, neither will likely reach the 25 million mark that Nintendo hit with the Wii in 2008, a year and a half after its release. So consoles on the rise, console gaming in its prime, doing really well. People are buying games, and I can only imagine that it's going to get better going into the Christmas season. Xbox pretty cheap. I would imagine that there's going to be some Black Friday deals for PS4. Lots of good games coming out. It's an exciting time to be a gamer.
Agreed.
I'm met with silence, so everyone must be in agreement.
Yeah. What wants to say that? I mean,
I just
We
feel
all
like
have it now. So
the Wii quote is who cares?
well,
That's
a
just
lot of fucking systems sold.
But that system
That's
died faster than
it's sold.
that's very
It
impressive.
died within 6 months.
It's hindsight, though. It's after all the shovelware came out a couple years later, and you're like, wow, this system just doesn't have any games, and it's built around a gimmick. But at the beginning, the Wii was like the thing. It was like one in every
impossible to
3
find.
houses in America had a Wii.
It was the first of its time, though. It was the first actual group, thing to make motion sensor stuff.
Yeah.
So
There were motion stuff before it, but I think it was
But that was the first
thing to use it in
properly.
a way that was exciting for people.
and it fucking sucked.
And it was marketed to the masses, and it did really well as far
Wii
as
bowling.
sales.
Come
but-
on,
fucking
there's
amazing.
retirement homes around the country playing Wii bowling, like Chris said.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
That's-
right now, I would rather own a PS3 and the fucking camera and the wand to play fucking ping pong than play Wii bowling.
Oh my God, you are so wrong.
Wii bowling
Dude,
is fantastic.
Wii bowling is amazing.
Fantastic.
The funny thing is, like, the Wii U gets a lot of shit from
All right,
people.
this is way too
right?
much about Nintendo.
Well, we're past the
Fuck
5 and
Nintendo.
5. We don't talk about Nintendo a lot, so I feel like we should
I
get
thought that was the fourth
Nobody
thing.
ever talks about Nintendo.
the fourth one was Banner
you know why? Because in the next 50 years, they can go bankrupt every
Thailand
year.
Bad
Still,
Academy.
But I mean, we talk a lot of shit about the Wii U,
Yeah.
but they don't have a ton of releases. Most of it is first party. But I would say over the past year, they've had a pretty stellar track record for the games
Yeah.
that they've released. They've all been pretty good. I mean, Bayonetta, probably one of the best games of the year right now. People love that game.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that the Wii U works, a lot more similar to the way that Nintendo has done their consoles and gaming in the past, which is like 64 has great games, not a lot. PS1 is out at the same time, has a ton of games,
Right.
but you might have to search a little bit to find the great ones. But every release, even though they're scattered, seems to be really good. The Wii was that one exception where it's like, we're just going to throw out any game that somebody throws at us and
Right, because
hope that people
their
will pick it up.
license agreement was crazy cheap. Like if you had $40,000, you could make a Wii game. Well, you could earn the
I,
The
And there's a
license.
bunch of Wii games that show that they were made with just $40,000.
right, but well,
There's
like
a bunch.
Or less.
to make a game on
Yeah, they spent all $40,000 on
To
the
buy the license, they didn't have any money for the game.
So I'm sure like Sony and Microsoft got to be a couple $100,000 because they don't
I'd
want
assume.
they don't want just shit being put on their system
Right.
unless you're willing to work at it. So you don't put up that money unless you think your game's going to do well.
Murdered.
But then listen, I still love that game.
yeah, but-
Okay,
Hey, remember-
babysitting mama? Seriously?
Cooking Mama, quit smoking, help me quit smoking, or whatever the hell. There's a bunch of games like
Link's
that.
crossplay training.
Link's
That was-
crossbow training.
That wasn't even a real game. It was to sell that fucking piece of
I heard
plastic
something
shit.
recently that they made some game for the Wii that was, I can't remember the title, but it was something 2 and there wasn't a something 1.
Nice.
They were just like, we're just going to put a 2 at the end so people
So
think
people
this
think
game was
that-
worth its fucking
Nice.
sequel.
Nice.
That's the way to do it. All right, Wii.
Could
Yeah.
the first one been on a different system and it's still a
No,
sequel?
it never existed.
Never existed.
They just put a 2 on
Doesn't
it.
care.
Best thing about the Wii though, the Food Network game. That
Yes.
game was fucking awesome.
There were a lot of good games for the Wii, but there were so many bad
Bad
games for the
games,
Wii that
yeah.
it just, that's
Right.
what people think of as all the just shit that's out there. Chicken Shoot 3, whatever it was.
There was a first one, second one.
I think there was only one chicken shoot. Maybe they put a 3 there just because.
Just because, like other people.
Let's run down the game releases for this week, and then we'll move on to what we're playing and other shit.
Okay.
Adventure Time. Secret of the Nameless Kingdom, 3DS. Blonde Mental, why don't you breathe more into that mic over there? Scratch yourself later. Secret of the Nameless Kingdom comes out for 3DS, November 18th. Until otherwise stated, these all come out on Tuesday, November 18th. Dragon Age Inquisition comes out for Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and PC. Escape Dead Island, by the way, Dragon Age, super pumped. Can't
So pumped.
fucking wait.
So pumped.
So ready. Escape Dead Island comes out for old gen consoles and computers, not Macs, November 18th. Fuck Max.
Poor Max.
Far Cry 4.
As this podcast is being recorded on
We are no input delay is no way endorsed or supports Mac.
Apple, please give us money.
Far Cry 4 comes out
Please.
for next gen consoles and last gen consoles and the PC. No Max. November 18th. Far Cry 4. Who's picking it up? I'm picking it up, just not this week because I don't have any
picking
money.
up day one.
Yeah.
I'll get it eventually.
Because Dragon Age is more important.
Absolutely, it is.
No, it's not.
I mean, come on. Game looks really good.
So, real
Can't
quick
wait.
though, I was told that there's a way you can beat Far Cry 4 in 15 minutes. I don't want to tell
I
anyone
heard
it,
that too.
but
I heard that too.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how, but you can.
I can tell you off air if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Game's
Tell me if-
broken.
I mean,
No, it's not broken. It's built into the game.
It's the way
for
the
a
game
reason.
works.
Is it spoilers or just like? Is it?
If you jump off a cliff, they're just like, you're dead.
No, that's
That's the
Game
end.
over.
Simmons
You
told me that,
won.
and I was like, "Do you just like off yourself?" And he was like, "No, and he told me it's a legitimate thing.
That's
Like,
kind of cool.
'cause I saw
Can you
it-
just start over and then just actually
probably
play the game?
Yeah,
So I saw
That's
it on
kinda cool,
I
though.
saw it on
I like that.
IGN, and I was kind of tempted to look at it, but I'm trying to hold off on on videos and stuff like that because I was telling Chris the other day, I was on Xbox One, and I was watching some guy from Europe playing on Twitch play Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
was
I
it
think some people
spam
got it
fish?
early.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A bunch of like high profile streamers and shit
Yeah.
always get games early to show
Yeah.
them off. Yeah.
Also, Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out.
Assholes.
Nah.
Xbox One and PS4, the next gen
We'll
version.
pick that up eventually.
Yeah.
Gotta pick it up for the multiplayer because I never played it on the gen consoles.
Again, Heist still coming soon. Go fuck yourself, Rockstar.
April 2015, they're supposed to announce another game. Maybe
It's gonna be Grand
Maybe
Theft
it's
Auto Heist.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Maybe
It's gonna
that's
be
what it
just
is.
called Heist.
It's just gonna be called Heist.
I have two things to just point out here.
You need to have GTA 5 to play Heist.
Oh,
fuck
God.
that.
Assassin's Creed Unity has more heists than GTA 5.
And it's
That's
shit.
one. No, so they're really good.
I heard they have terrible frame rate issues in Unity.
They
right
do.
There's
but
a lot of Unity problems.
They-
But
they
Heist,
do.
they have Heist, Nick.
They have-
now. There's a lot of
Heist.
Unity
That's my point.
problems, guys. We don't get along.
they have Heist though.
Little Big Planet 3 comes out for PS4 and PS3 on the 18th.
Cool.
Surprisingly quiet launch of Little Big Planet 3, considering Little Big
It's a
Planet
big
1
title.
and 2 were so good and so many people love them. I feel like 3 is just sneaking in.
And that's an exclusive.
Yeah.
It's a Sony exclusive.
That's a game I'm waiting on too.
In
you
the
think
past,
that
that's a big Sony
title.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
I'm
think
s-
it lost its hype though?
I absolutely think that the game has, but I don't think it's because of the game. I think it's because of the way that it's been marketed, and I think it's the release date.
It's wrong.
It's
Yeah.
why would you put it up against these big fucking AAA
Yeah.
titles?
Well, I think it's been announced for
Yeah.
a while. Like
It has.
before
These
all
big,
these other.
violent AAA titles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're all like staring down Sackboy.
That's
Sackboy's
true.
Intimidated.
I mean,
The
you don't-
most violence in Little Big is you can throw bombs at your friends.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
you don't see anything that it's directly competing against. So,
Sure.
I mean,
There's not like a
it has its
Mario
own little
game
niche.
or something.
But
like
that's
that.
the thing is that you might.
Friday.
I mean, you might be able to steal gamers that are looking for something to play because Little Big Planet is not necessarily a kid's game because people can
Sure.
go in there and if they want platforming and they want to be creative and make their own levels and do cool
Ton
stuff,
of fun.
then yeah, then it's great. But it's just the wrong time, and I feel like it's just been so quiet, and Sony just hasn't come out and
You know what? I want another one
which
of,
is weird.
and I would probably buy a PS4 for it.
Infamous.
Mod Nation 2.
Oh yeah, you like
Yeah,
Mod Nation
I
Racers?
fucking loved Mod Nation, dude.
I would buy a PS4 for God of War. That's the only game.
but not 5 reboot or brand new story.
Yeah. Just
You've-
give me
I see.
a God of War.
You've
and
beat
I would buy
Kratos to
PS4.
death,
Yeah.
literally.
I would like
Like,
to
fuck.
see Santa Monica do something that's not God of War, but in the same vein.
Yeah.
So another like
God of Sport.
action /
Yes.
smash button stuff.
Something,
happens.
something
Hero
of that.
War.
Something of that like epic scale and that is an action adventure game but
Yeah.
not God of War. But I don't think that they'll go that route. Naughty Dog got away with it and they did Last of Us. That's kind of what I want to see Santa Monica do, which is move on from God of War in the same way that Naughty Dog moved on
Well,
from
they're making what you
Uncharted.
call it.
Uncharted's still coming back and they're doing Uncharted 4,
No,
but
Santa Monica's making.
they're doing the Order,
86,
which I mean, I hope the Order is awesome and I'm excited for that game.
Yeah.
I would like to see something along the lines of God of War,
Yeah,
but not
sure.
necessarily God of War.
But his weapons work so well with that style of game.
Yes.
You know, so
The
it's
first.
like,
That's why the first Castlevania is really good. The
'Cause
one that was on 360 and PS3 because it's very similar to
the
God
Lords of
War.
Shadow,
Yeah.
the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
Yeah. It might be a game that I actually go
It's
back and play
very
'cause I missed it.
similar to God of War in terms of story and weapons and stuff that you
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor comes out for last gen consoles.
Oh, boy.
I wonder if people are actually going to pick that up for last gen consoles because it's missing like the Nemesis system. Like it's a really watered down version of the game.
Yeah, that
Sucks.
I feel bad. Like, why spend the money?
They should have gone the way of Dying Light, which is just say This game does not have all the core elements that make this game what it is. We're canceling it for last gen consoles.
Yeah.
Right. Because honestly, I don't think they're going to, like, it will probably sell because people hear the hype about it, but then they're going to be disappointed because it's not the same game. And that's it would be such a black mark for that because the game is awesome.
It really is. It'll be a shame.
It's one of the better games this year.
For sure.
Absolutely.
It's definitely been the most surprising game of this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Minecraft comes out for retail on Xbox One
Oh, boy.
on the 18th. Thank goodness.
I already own it.
I might pick it up. We'll talk about it. Never Alone, which is a puzzle platformer about Alaskans,
I saw
comes out
this.
for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Little
Not
indie game.
interested.
I don't know. People
looked
like
pretty cool.
little games. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a really cool.
No, it's not Deadliest Catch.
Duck Dynasty?
Alaskan crab fishermen. It's Alaskan natives. Now, I don't know if Never Alone puzzle platformer about Alaskan crab fishermen is going to be.
Apparently, it's
is
got
gonna
a good
contend,
story.
but
That's what
looks
I've
cool.
read so far.
Yeah.
I mean, one of
Is
my
that a
favorite.
serious quote? You've read that?
Yeah,
It has a
it,
good story?
it has a
Wow.
good story. Yeah.
I would have never thought that would be a serious thing. It has a good story.
Your face was hilarious.
I haven't seen a lot on it.
Puzzle-
It sounds like he's
Puzzle
making this up.
platformer to me sounds weird, so I read about it and
Right.
he said that it, as what they've played, it had a good story.
Well, I mean,
Shit.
sometimes it's nice because you think about games like Braid and
I was going to say
Limbo,
that's
Yeah.
a puzzle platformer.
which were great games and people loved them, and they were kind of little indie titles that turned into these big things. So who knows? Maybe Never Alone will be that.
Yeah. Top 5 on my list right now is an indie title. Not
What is it?
that one. Child of Light. I love
Oh,
that game.
okay.
It was
I
awesome.
haven't had a chance to play it yet. I'll probably pick it up for Vita.
Super cool.
And Rogue Legacy
Crossbar.
and Shovel Knight. My hand is out of control. Like, I don't know.
It's Idle Hands 2 over here. Shit.
Sonic Boom.
Make a Wii game.
Oh my God.
Rise of
Die,
Lyric
Sonic.
comes out for Wii U.
Oh, have you
Seen
guys
the
seen
toys?
Have you guys seen not the toys? Have you guys seen the
Rule 34
gameplay
version?
of this shit?
What, that Knuckles can cheat?
It looks like as good of a game as Sonic 06.
What? I
Yeah.
don't believe you. Apparently,
We all know how
Knuckles.
good Sonic 06 was.
Apparently, Knuckles has a way to beat the game in like 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you
Knuckles
see?
looks like
Does
an
he jump
idiot.
off a
What's with
cliff?
you
and then-
linking all these things like probably be Far Cry in 15 seconds, 15
Because
minutes.
people tell me that shit. I don't know why.
All right, Dragon Age can beat in 12 minutes. If you try hard
I don't
enough.
believe that.
That's a lie. Watch Dogs comes out for the Wii U. Finally,
No one cares.
They get the crap.
who is going to buy that game? And maybe is that game even coming out?
I don't think it is.
Somebody said it was not.
I think it's coming out December, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Oh, whatever.
Planamento.
Well, I mean-
you heard it, but Planamento first.
It's 2 fucking days away. If it's not coming out, they should have said something.
Probably true.
No one's gonna buy-
Watch
no one's gonna
Dogs.
buy it anyway.
Nah.
No one's buying it anyways. It's not like
They're
gonna-
just like,
it's not
Check
they're-
your quantity in transit tomorrow and see if it is coming in.
WWE 2K15
Woo!
comes out for next gen.
I
Oh.
heard there's a bunch of stuff missing.
I heard you could beat it in 35 minutes.
I probably could, but I'll beat it twice.
It's not like
I don't
NHL.
know.
I heard like certain match types and stuff like that aren't. in
it's
it.
it's everything.
There's no OTP, is there?
Fucking
Yo,
WWE.
a WWE OTP, I would so buy that.
Oh,
That'd be
Create
awesome.
your own team.
Stable?
That'd be-
Yeah.
that'd be
That was
epic.
stable.
Well, the only thing with issue with WWE is you have to you pretty much have to buy the season pass.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where the season pass gets you like 6 or 7 things, and each of them have like 10 things in it.
Oh,
So it's like
okay.
you get like WrestleMania from like the WrestleMania ring from 04, and then like SummerSlam ring from 06, and the ring from 11, and you get like all those in just one pack, and then you get like 6 wrestlers in one pack, and you get this story mode in another pack. In like
Is
one
that
pack.
just for next gen or is that on the 360?
both.
and
That's both.
Really?
Are you getting the Hulkamania edition?
I wish, dude. That
There's a
printer,
Hulkamania
That's,
edition.
yeah,
Yeah,
it comes
there
with
is.
like a plush style of Hulk Hogan. It comes with an autograph ring piece of him signing it. 2
That's big.
posters signed by Hogan and Sting, and then it's something.
How excited he is.
It's
Super-
WWE. Of course he's excited.
Hey.
I'm super pumped. For
Do you
this
still
game.
play that card game?
we
I do.
may have
I
an
do.
extra one.
I do.
We may have an extra one. I'll
oh,
have to
gosh.
check. Yeah. I got
Look at
one.
his- he's
I
like,
wish you would have been
"Hook
able to
me
see
up."
his face.
We got one. I don't think it's pre-ordered though. I'll have to check.
All right.
I'll be on the horn with you.
There
after
are 4 more. Let's run through
Be
these.
on the horn.
4.
The Marvelous Mistake comes out for PC.
I don't know what that is.
Didn't write it
boy.
down.
Wait, Marvelous Mistake?
Mistake. MISS space capital T AKE.
Okay.
Mistake. The Marvelous Mistake comes out
Isn't
for PC.
Take that one game with the little jungle guy? Isn't that Take? TAK?
Is that tack?
That's
Is that
Tak.
Tack? Is that how they say it?
yeah.
I always say it Take.
You're an asshole.
Who are you?
He's an
American.
idiot.
Pure Solar comes out for Xbox One
I don't know what that is.
November 21st.
Oh, I did look into that. Never mind.
All right.
You can beat it in 10 minutes, apparently.
Yeah.
35.
What is it?
Seconds.
I believe it, if I remember correctly, it is a RPG turn-based, like very classic old school stuff.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
That's kind of cool.
I want to say that's because I looked at it and I wanted to say something new about it, and then I said, "Fuck already."
Thanks. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega
Here we
Ruby.
go. Big
Come out.
Those are coming
3DS.
out the 21st, though.
They are coming out the 21st.
Who's buying a 3DS? What am I talking?
Why do you all look at me like it's?
Sean's not here. Sean loves Pokemon. So Sean and our buddy Eric, who was on 20 episodes ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So if they were here, they'd like Pokemon. They're not, so fuck them. Super Smash Brothers
Super Smash Brothers is
comes
what
out
I'm
for the Wii
excited
U,
about.
21st.
Biggest launch of the week.
I'm
Super Smash.
I think because we have a Wii U here.
Yeah.
Are you getting Super Smash Brothers? We should have a party next weekend. Should bring people over and play Smash.
Sure.
That's all right.
Guess who won't
do
be
it.
invited?
You.
Yep.
No, we're gonna invite everybody.
That's all right, Nick.
Everybody. We're gonna invite the neighbors.
It's all right, Nick. He'll
invite our
tell-
parents.
he'll
Everyone's
text me
coming.
and tell you to, you're invited. So
Hey, you listening? You're invited.
Yep, you're invited. Seriously, I mean, at
All
this
six
point,
of-
like,
all 6 of you.
if you're hearing this right now, you're invited to my house on the 21st of November.
That's dangerous because I'm going to tweet that shit
be
out.
there.
Party. Um,
Okay. What are you guys playing this week? We're done. That's all the games that are coming out this week.
Oh.
Very exciting week for gaming. Dragon Age is going to suck up my life. I can't begin to express how excited I am for that game. But let's talk about what we're playing this past week and up to these big releases. Let's start with playing Mento. What are you playing, dude?
I don't play games anymore.
You're playing the WWE card game on your phone.
Did you trade in your systems
Yeah,
like you
both.
told me 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Fucking jerk.
No, I'm playing. I played Assassin's Creed in Unity. I really like it. It's much. I think it's probably the best one since 1 or 2.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I like the story. The Arno, whatever his last name is.
Cool.
He's pretty cool. Like his story actually makes sense. The whole purpose of him being who he is makes total sense.
Right.
I'm playing Wolf Among Us.
now let me ask you. You said that he makes total sense,
Yeah.
correct? Now he's French.
Yeah.
Okay. He lives in France.
He lives in French.
Lives in
He
France.
lives in France.
He lives in France.
Yes, sir.
Correct. He lives in Paris.
Yes, sir.
Right.
He's adopted, though. right?
Most of the people that are in the game,
He
they're
is.
in Paris.
Yeah.
They're in France.
where's
They
this going
are
to?
French.
Where's this getting to?
Okay. What accent do they have?
British accent.
All of them. Every single fucking
I
person
think-
in that fucking
Yeah, but
game
I
has a
think
British
he's
accent.
adopted, so it makes sense for him.
I don't think so.
No, everybody
I
has one. Everybody.
I know.
Every single
Everybody else,
person.
it
But
doesn't
it
make
doesn't
sense.
matter. He's adopted. He was a kid. He grew up in France. He has a French accent. It doesn't matter.
That doesn't mean
not
anything,
if he's
though.
adopted from England, though.
It doesn't matter.
Your accent is based on your parents,
yeah.
not where you live.
Not if you're not if you never were in that place.
Sorry,
Like
No.
absolutely.
No, between 3 and 5, when your parents are speaking to you, that's the accent you're going to develop.
Correct. But if you're not with your parents from age 3 to 5, it's whatever environment you're in. So it doesn't matter. He could be Australian and he could have a French accent if he grows up in France from that young age. That's not the point, though. All I'm saying is that this game takes place in Paris and not one fucking person has a French accent. And this is a game
I mean,
that
they speak French though. When you walk around, I mean,
that's what's nonsense about this game.
Bonjour.
The people you talk to,
Hello.
yes, they speak. They have a British accent. But the people around the city, like when you were just running around, people are speaking French.
I just don't understand.
Because what are you gonna speak French to you?
They're going to have a French accent. In Assassin's Creed 2, there was in Renaissance Italy, everyone had an Italian accent.
Okay, maybe it's a French.
In the American Revolution,
have you been to France?
people had
Have
an
you been to
English
France?
accent. That made sense.
Have you been to France?
No, but I've been to Montreal.
Oh,
I've been to
come
Quebec.
on.
Quebec.
But here's the
That's
thing.
not France. It's
Ex-
Montreal.
Exactly.
French Canadian.
Exactly. No,
Fucking
you're right.
Canadians.
It's not France, but they do speak French.
They do. Yeah,
And
French-
they
French-
have a much less Parisian
Like
populace
like
than
Cartier
France would
and
have,
Saint
and
Louis.
most people in Montreal and Quebec do speak French and do have a French accent.
You know what? Let's be honest, though. Maybe the French and Ubisoft are like, we don't really want our people speaking English with a French accent because they don't like it when you speak English.
Yeah.
Maybe
Anyway,
that's
so
it.
there's kind of like, fuck that. We'll just let them all speak
But
English
it
accent.
just makes no sense to me because for one, Ubisoft is a French company.
If that's your only complaint with
But
the game,
no. Here's why.
pretty
And this is one of my issues with Assassin's Creed. Like the gameplay. Well, one, they change it up from game to game, so it's hard to figure out what the fuck's going on there. But no, like they work so hard to make it just this very grasping and intriguing story, and they want you to get sucked in, and they want you to be immersed in this world because they so deliberately craft these towns, these cities to be something that are, historically accurate for the most part. They go into crazy detail on all these things. And yet, what the fuck? Like, how do you have everyone with an English accent? Like how does that work?
Doesn't-
Like they still say French words, like you say they still say bonjour and they say like
Oui.
yeah, all this stuff, but it's all in a British accent.
Spaghetti.
It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me how they could do that.
That'd be kinda
and I'm
funny.
playing Wolf Among Us as well.
Way to change that up.
He just wants to get past it.
He's like, fucking
Should we get on our phones too, guys? What's going on?
I was
I just wanna
looking
see
more
what's
into the Pure Solar. The main reason why I looked into it is because it was kickstarted.
Oh, I see.
So anyway,
Chris, what are you playing, buddy? And Halo
Uh,
anniversary.
we have a Halo story that we'll share later.
No one cares.
No, it's fun. And Binding of
Yeah,
Isaac.
Spank.
That's
Binding
it.
of Isaac.
Yeah.
We did some
Spank
Let's
for
Plays
the
on Binding of
podcast.
We
Isaac.
did do Let's
They were
Plays on
super
Binding.
fun.
They were
I actually just finished editing one of them,
nice.
so that'll go up this week.
Cool.
Nick, what you playing?
His penis.
a little bit of Borderlands because of Jack. I wanted to see how he played.
Yeah.
Is he cool?
Is he out already?
Yeah, he came out last Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
I mean, he summons other Jacks.
So,
The best thing about playing as Jack is when he talks to the real Jack. All they do is comment each other about how handsome they are.
Nice.
Like
That's
it's
classy.
funny.
Makes sense.
Classy.
I bought a Steam game called Cook Serve Delicious. It was $5.
Okay.
Listen, between you and the Food Network game, what is going on here?
Well, I wanted to. I saw it was on sale for $5, and I was
Okay.
like, I'm fucking buying this.
Jesus
And it's
Christ.
literally you run a diner, and you set the menu, and people come in, and then
Diner
when
Dash?
No,
I've never played Diner Dash,
Same thing.
but like,
you don't get to set the menu.
so like,
No.
I have chicken on my menu, so people come in, they're like, we want chicken. It's like you have to tenderize it 6 times and season it twice and then cook it. And then if you cook it too long, they're going to be upset. It's a button masher on the controller, just fucking
Yeah.
I
hilarious.
don't know if I would ever do that. Like,
Diner
I've been
Dash
a
is
line
pretty
cook
fun.
before. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'd ever want to play a game like that.
Diner Dash gets
Yeah.
It's intense though when people order salads because you have to be like, done. Because there's so much
Hold
shit
on.
on it.
What was that? What was the sound effect again? All right, cool.
Done.
It was
Because I have to hit like
machine guns.
I have to hit like every button on the controller
shoot it with
to build a salad.
Just
And
pull out an Uzi.
But all my time has been really invested in Warlords of Draenor.
Okay, yes. Tell me about this big WoW
Have you
expansion.
actually been able to log on?
So launch day, I
Yeah.
took a nap, woke up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That was fucking dumb.
Yep.
Played for
that-
like 45 minutes. Game was broken.
Yeah. Nice.
Following day, 2.5 hour queue time waiting to get on this.
DDoS attack.
Yeah,
happened.
DDoS attacks by China
Oh,
were
man.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god, insane.
Such a
IP
shame.
Viking, like it was like a fucking laser show.
Nice.
But so
What we're referencing is that the new World of Warcraft expansion, Warlords of Draenor, came out on Tuesday. And
No.
there was, what was it? Was it not Tuesday?
Thursday
Thursday. I'm
came out the
sorry.
13th.
And then there were DDoS attacks, DDoSes, DDoSi. I don't know the plurals. There's one. There were many. There were, I don't know,
DDoS would be the
Things
plural, I
happened
believe.
Yeah.
that crashed the servers and made it a bunch of people, I'm sure, very unhappy because
Oh,
very excited.
there's some stories about what happened.
Yeah.
That's, the
Oh,
subreddit
man,
got
yeah.
taken down and people were super
Jesus.
pissed
Yeah.
off.
But hey,
it was insane.
Are you level 100 yet?
Nah.
Is that the new level cap?
98
Yeah,
and
it's
a
a new
half.
level cap. So are
98
you
and a
liking
half?
it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
you can get,
hey.
there's like a pre-order bonus. So you get level 90 right off the bat.
I know you can just boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
immediately.
you got that. I bought my copy like months ago. So I got the boost right away. So I just used it then.
Oh, nice.
The main reason why they did that though is because for people maybe coming back or new to the game, instead of having to level all the way up to 90
I like
to then
that.
play,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you bought the expansion, which by the way is 50, not 40. Because
Wow.
all the other ones have been 40.
It's strange.
But you get a $60 item because the boost is you could buy a boost for 60.
Yeah, I see.
You can just go right into the Warlords section.
See, I do like that. That because I mean, if I was going to get into it,
Yeah.
I would be super annoyed if I had to go 1 to 90 before I could actually start playing.
Because it's not quick.
It's no, that takes a
No,
lot.
it takes
1 to
weeks.
90 takes a long
no,
time.
not weeks, not anymore.
I would say as a casual gamer, yes, it takes weeks. I mean, if you have more time to dedicate, then yeah, I think the way that World of Warcraft is now, it's a lot slower. It's a lot faster than it used to be.
Sure, yes.
But I think for a casual gamer, you play maybe a couple hours a day, maybe 5 to 10 hours a week. It's going to take you a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you put it that way, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But
People
if you're
that
a
have
casual-
jobs and other stuff.
If
to do,
you're a
you know?
casual gamer, you're probably not looking
gonna
at
get-
WoW.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, I know people that WoW is the only thing that they play.
Right.
WoW is the only thing they've ever played. Our friend Sarah that we worked with at GameStop and was a listener and sent us questions all the time. I know that she plays with her family, like her mom and
Yeah.
So I mean, that's.
But I mean, like
I
in
might
the,
be wrong. Am I thinking of somebody else? I don't
in
know.
the casual sense, to only play like
Text her.
10 hours a week,
Sarah, you play with your mom now. There you
and
go.
then
Easy.
to spend, $15 a month and only play 10 hours a week. I feel like they wouldn't be getting their money's worth. But anyway,
Is it good though? Have you when you have gotten on? Is it good?
So they fixed all that.
Okay.
There's no issues now. Friday was the 2.5 hour wait. I had to wait, and
Okay.
I didn't play.
Mm.
Saturday when I went on after work, instantaneously, no wait.
That's pretty good.
And I mean, like the wait times for the server I play on, there was like 2,500 people in front of me,
I know.
and I waited 3 hours, and I still didn't even get on.
Wow.
So last night, no issues whatsoever. This morning, I played a little bit before work.
still
No
no
issues whatsoever.
Do they send you a little text message that says you're next up in the queue? Come back to your computer. Like, could
No,
you
no,
leave it
no,
on for
no.
3 hours and just like they like ping you?
You
They're
can
like,
you can
"Come
leave
back."
it on, but then you'll be stuck at character selection, and if you take too long,
They'll
it'll
boot
log
you.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so annoying.
But I've played WoW since 2005 when I was a freshman in college.
okay.
Like 4 months before Burning Crusade came out, their first expansion. This has been the most fun I've had in the game since then.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's really good.
I know that a lot of old school WoW players that were playing since around vanilla time were upset with Cataclysm
Yeah,
because it
Cataclysm
changed
was
so
pretty
many
bad.
different things up, and I think that the developers wanted it to be this big change that was exciting and good for people because it became this whole new thing and people could experience things for the first time again because they were different, but did not have the intended reaction that they wanted. So it's good to hear that. I mean, somebody that's been playing it for a while is excited by this new thing because I don't think Mists of Pandaria was like a big
No, I actually didn't
change for people
play.
either.
Mist was the only expansion I didn't play when it came out. Like
Yeah.
I waited and waited and waited, and then collector's editions plummeted. So I was like, "Oh, I'll buy that." And then I played it.
But the game is good. It's gotten
Yes,
better. That's awesome to
The
hear.
stuff that they added in there, like the stuff that you can do now, where you are, the storylines. Like, if you're a lore fan, you might hate it because it's like an alternate reality. But
Sure.
it allows two characters that never met in the true reality, like what you
Right.
know from the previous years.
What used to be canon.
Yeah, to meet, and it's like such a huge deal. Like
Yeah.
Thrall being able to meet his dad is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it just blows my mind that happens.
Yeah. I mean, I think at some point with any story, like World of Warcraft got so big, it spawned so many different offshoots, and the lore sort of took off. And then they had other people that weren't part of the development teams that were writing lore books and all kinds of stuff for people. And I mean, at some point they have to make something fresh and new. And sometimes you have to, make compromises and say, we want to write something new. We want it to be exciting for people. We want it to be cool. Sometimes you just have to throw out that other stuff and then say, this is what's canon now,
Yeah.
and sometimes you'll piss people off and sometimes you won't. Fine line to walk, but that's cool that it works.
Yeah. I mean, like what happens is remotely canon, but obviously time travel, alternate universe, like that. There's waves there that obviously aren't
But it's fantasy, so
right.
anything is possible.
It's still cool to see like Velen then because he's not alive in what we know.
Yeah.
And
he doubles the damage of spells and
shut
healing
the fuck
abilities.
up.
Fucking Hearthstone. Everything with this asshole. Hearthstone.
Hearthstone all day.
Worst game ever.
all day.
What's really funny though is there is a Hearthstone mission in the garrisons,
Yeah.
and when you complete it, you get a trait called Hearthstone Pro, and you can give your followers that. And then
that's
they
cool.
give you a toy. It's a card, and you flip it over, and all it does is tell you if it was like a common or a rare or legendary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
See,
funny.
what would be
Isn't there
really cool.
Isn't there an item that you can break out a Hearthstone board?
Oh, God, Jesus.
I don't know.
Didn't I hear about that?
What are you playing?
No,
What are you
not.
playing, Harvey?
No, what needs to happen is alternate reality. You go in, you kill the little fucker who introduces you to Hearthstone, and then the game never exists.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be the best.
All
part.
the things
I
you
love
play
Hearthstone
as
so much.
in Hearthstone exist in WoW, though. It's not like some goblin was like, "Yo, we should play this card game."
Yeah, but you got to
Fucking
kill that
asshole.
little fucker, and then he never
like
can make
Schmeagol.
that card game.
It's like Schmeagol.
I'm just hoping for the inevitable StarCraft expansion to Hearthstone. Wouldn't that be something else?
You might never see
StarCraft,
for like 4 weeks.
like Hearthstone with StarCraft cards,
How
dude.
fucking
That
cool
would
that would be.
that would be crazy.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Jesus.
I'd play
Definitely
that
not
a
as
lot
deep
more.
lore as World of Warcraft is. So
Blizzard,
wouldn't
don't
be
do that,
near as
please.
interesting.
There would only be 3 heroes, though.
Fundamental, to answer your question.
A NAS question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
you
You
was
said, "What
playing.
is he playing?"
That was a statement. What are you playing?
Oh,
That's not a statement.
Why are you playing? Who are you?
Why? Who are you?
these are all questions.
Not one statement in the bunch. I'm
You're playing games.
a bunch of
Can a
different stuff.
statement be a question?
I'm
No.
still sort of riding the high from the games that I've been playing for the past couple months. So
You shouldn't do drugs.
the big ones, Hearthstone,
Stop doing drugs.
Divinity. Still playing the Dutes, the Call of Duty that came out a couple weeks ago.
Did you prestige it?
Nope.
Fucking suck.
What level are
Fucking noob.
Like 33 or something. I don't get
Are
that
you
much time to
serious?
play. I don't get that much time to play.
Game was out like 3
you?
weeks
I
ago.
was
dude.
21 in the first day.
I'm sorry that I didn't play 9 hours in a
Sorry,
row.
I played
Mister.
for
I'm
2
a
and a
pro.
half.
You did not play for 2.5.
I did too.
Oh, it's because it was double
Look it up.
XP then.
Look it up. Look it up,
Well, I
bitch.
didn't play a
Look
lot.
it up.
I
Look it
didn't
up.
It
play a
was double
lot
XP.
during double XP.
The whole week was double XP.
Look,
I love you, but I'm just
He
saying.
played
Moving
one
on.
match a night.
I'm just saying the whole week was
Platinum,
double XP. What are you?
I didn't get to play a lot, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm
33. Guarantee I'm still better than you.
You're,
Fuck off.
You're 33 years old or this level?
Yeah, fuck
No.
off. Anyway. So yeah, I've been playing the big ones. Stuff that
aren't
I've
you
been
glad
playing
I'm
for a long
back?
time. Yeah, fuck off. Get out of here. But no, the big news for me is that I bought an Xbox One.
I thought you were going to say
On
you were
Friday.
pregnant.
No. Big news, guys.
Rob,
I'm expecting.
he had an Xbox One.
So
No,
where is it? Is it in your room?
it is in my room.
Did you get rid of your 360?
That's the thing is that Best Buy was having a deal where you trade in your 360 towards an Xbox One, you get $150.
Bigger question is, did you get rid of your
So.
PS4 yet?
No,
Oh.
kept
Did
it.
you download the YouTube app?
Sparky, right?
First thing I did. Actually,
I'm
it came
pretty sure
preloaded. I'm
it's
pretty
already
sure.
on there. Yeah.
Preloaded YouTube.
Um,
I was like, fuck
so-
yes.
I do want to talk a little bit about the Xbox One.
Okay.
First of all, I want to no longer hear any of the crap that has been happening for the past couple months, which is that I fucking hate Xbox because I have a PS4 and that I'm this big fucking
PS4
Sony fanboy and that's all I care about.
That's all he
Because now I
cares
have
about.
both, so we'll end the debate right now. I've just waited
Which
until
one
I
do
could
you
afford
love
the system.
more? Which one
I've
do
had
you-
the PS4 this entire time.
I mean, you could have 2 pets and still hate one of them.
What kind of human are you?
You're gonna be a terrible dad.
I said pets, not children. I'm gonna love all my kids.
Sure, as much as you love your pets.
Nope. Zeus is number one.
Except the one that you hate. So I do want to talk a little bit about like my first couple hours with the Xbox One. Now, before I get started,
first date.
bear in
Wine
mind,
to dine.
Did you buy flowers?
Knocked on his bedroom door. Said,
You don't have it connect, so you obviously don't have as much fun as I do.
Oh,
now
Easy.
before I get into this, bear in mind the PS4 is not an angel. Okay, the PS4 has its share of problems. There's a big list of game tiles on the home screen that you can't remove, that you can't customize. That are stuck there from day one. So
Stepping on shit.
the PS4's user interface is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. They need to let you be able to customize where your tiles are, what's on there, switch things around. You can't move the back screen. It's a mess. It's cluttered. Last week, systems got bricked because they couldn't wake up from rest mode. Like you would turn it into standby, and then the PlayStation just wouldn't turn on
That
anymore.
happened to mine.
Yeah.
what'd you have to do? Unplug it?
No, you did, you had to unplug it and turn it back on.
Yeah, I just unplugged it, turn it back on, and then they made an
Whatever.
update that fixed that. Update.
Yes. So yeah, they
That
had
broke something else that they need to
No,
update.
no, no.
it wasn't. As
I'm not
bad,
hearing
though.
any Xbox One talk. It's all PS4.
I know.
And he's
Just
not
wait.
Sony fanboy.
Just wait. And then notifications on PS4 are all kinds of shitty. The PS4 has problems. I love the system, but it has its issues. And just because I like the system, I'm not going to be blind when there's problems.
Yep.
Anyway, but here's the thing. I bought an Xbox One, and I did want to talk about the issues that I had the first couple hours.
All right.
Here we go. So you mentioned that the UI, I said that the UI was better than the PlayStation's, you were going to walk
Walk out
out.
of this fucking store.
No, the UI is garbage.
Thank you. Okay.
On the Xbox One.
Thank
It's...
and you know why it's garbage? Because you don't have a fucking Kinect.
Oh,
No, I don't
can't
think
navigate
that's. I don't
pretty
think it's
easily.
the navigation that's my issue.
that's what with me while
It's just what's on there. Because I went to download Unity and Black Flag. So you go to the store and you put in your code, and then
Why
it
would
goes,
you put in this? Go to the store. You could just say Xbox user code.
because I don't have a Kinect.
God.
But just listen.
The Kinect
So-
useless. All right, let's go. Everybody's
Went to the store, put in the code, and it says, "Congratulations, you now own Assassin's Creed Unity." And I
Right.
said, "Great!" And it kicked me out to the end of the store, and it showed a bunch of tiles, and none of them was downloads, none of them were queue. There was nothing.
Right.
It was just, where's the game? It is not logical that you would have to move from the store page of the Xbox to where you're downloading the game, back out into the home screen, into your games and apps to look for the queue there. There should be a download list in the store. It just makes sense that way.
If you had the disc and you put it in, there would have been a Q tile right on the front.
This is very true. But we are in a digital age, and a lot of
Right.
games get sold digitally, and you'd think that the store would work that way. I'm just comparing it to, say, Steam, where it'll kick you to your progress when you go to download something, or to PS4, or to PS3, or even 360, where it shows you this is your download progress. Xbox One didn't have that. So that was the first thing where I was just like, where is this? What is going on?
I wish that the My Games and Apps, when you had a bunch of shit in the queue, would flip over. The tile would flip over and tell you how many things it's downloading. I do wish that, because I don't like it just being the solid color.
it shows you in a.
It doesn't show me
line.
in the corner. I have to actually go in there, and then
Yeah,
it says
yeah,
five.
yeah.
The
in my
corner's only
queue.
going to show you a disc installing.
Right, that's what I mean. So I go into my games and apps, and
You
then
can't
queue.
install more than one disc.
Right, but no, I'm saying when I'm downloading stuff from the store, because I do everything digitally. I
Right.
wish the My Games and Apps would flip over and say you have 5 things downloading
Right.
in your queue, 4 things,
Yeah.
3 things. Like, I wish that. I do wish that.
That is nice.
Because I don't want to fucking go into a tile, Nick. I'm lazy. I'm super fucking lazy. Even with the Kinect, I'm super fucking
You're going to
lazy.
have to go to a tile to fucking launch the game.
No, I just say Xbox launch. Like,
Then just say
that's easy.
Xbox, go to My
Nah,
Games and Apps.
Too many words, Nick.
That's
Too
the
many
thing
words.
is that it's a very convoluted system. And yes, I know that there are ways to do it. And once you get used to it, that it's like, okay, that's where it is. But I just think that it's very strange the way that it was set up. And in a very similar way, the 360 had a very just sort of jumbled user interface where there was
Remember
ads
the
all over
blades on the
everything.
360 though? That
Yes.
was super fucking
That was
stupid.
that was even
That
worse.
was so it's gotten a lot better from where it started.
Which one?
Yes.
The
When it was
original
bladed.
360 had those fucking 5 blades that you'd fucking go
Oh, yeah,
through.
okay.
And
Yeah, it was
would
like
be super
pages,
delayed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it was
remember that.
really
Like,
strange.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But
I
so
miss those.
I don't think that any system has a
Fucking
great
asshole.
user interface. You know, the PS4's got better because they allowed you to remove a bunch of tiles, you know, in the last firmware update. And in my first like hour or two with the Xbox One, that was just sort of my first impression was this user interface is overcomplicated.
Right.
Yeah, I do like that you can pin applications to the one side, so you can sort of decide what is prominent on the screen. Because
Yep.
you can't do any of that on the PS4. Can't do that on the PS3 either. It's just a big list of shit. And then the
Right.
360, you have to go into your games. Like there's no way to actually customize it on the
And you
screen.
can put apps in there, games in there. You can put anything, pretty
Yes.
much anything, I think, on that pin section. And you can remove anything from the pin
Right.
section at any time.
So that's what confuses me is that everyone has smartphones now.
Yeah.
And for the most part, smartphones are like completely customizable where it's just like, these are the apps that I want on my front screen.
Right.
This is where I want them. This is what I want to go there. Why can't consoles just be the same? Like, this is how I want my home screen to look.
Yeah.
Like, I want these apps on here so I can go to this and do this. I guess it's because they want the ads to be in a certain place and do that kind of thing.
Oh,
that default pane where it has that one big one and then it's
You're
3 and then the disc and then there's 4. It's-
yeah.
It's built that way because this was the last thing you played and then this is games,
Yeah.
friends, all that. This is the disc that's in there and then these are the past 4 things you played because if you played a disc and then a game and then maybe an app, it allows you to go right back to something that
Sure.
So that is all just based on, as you play more, it's going to be a lot easier to navigate things.
Right. And from like opening up the box though, that's not apparent. Because
Right.
you're just like, I got to put in this code and get this game. And
'Cause you
then the
haven't
first
played
thing is,
anything
where
yet.
the fuck is everything?
Right.
And it was just very confusing. Opening up the box, my first response was, why the fuck is there still a power brick? Why is there one?
Because it'd be even bigger.
I feel like we've gotten to the point where the power brick shouldn't have to be there.
I'd be interested to see how the stats are on how hot the PS4 runs versus the Xbox.
And I was like,
Yeah.
just about to say
Because
that.
the power being inside, same with the PS3 and PS2, has got to make it run hotter than having the power brick outside in its own thing. And that just might be a Microsoft design standpoint. They're like, we fucking had overheating issues on the 360. We don't want to risk putting the power brick in, making the Xbox One run even hotter than it potentially will be.
And even bigger.
And even
Sure.
bigger, like, we'll fucking put it
Yeah.
outside. I mean, because the Wii U has a power brick. It's a lot smaller
true.
than the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Very much smaller.
It is a huge thing.
The Xbox One it's about the same size as the 360 one, which was massive as well.
the
they were
original
both-
360, like the
Yeah.
arcade
no,
and
I think
the
it's
Elite?
closer to
Is
the
it-
slim size.
Slim size, yeah.
I think it's
bigger.
about is it a little bigger than
Is it
some
bigger?
size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
But
the-
I mean,
'cause
they're both
the PS4 is just a little bit smaller than the Slim.
big. Right.
Like the Slim 360.
Right.
I'm not sure about the size of like the new Xbox 360 Slim because I've never
That
actually seen one of them.
that E1.
Yeah.
They have the same power supply.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean like the power brick. Are you talking about the power brick?
Yeah, I was saying the
talking
power
about
brick
the
size.
system.
No, I'm saying the
Yeah,
power
yeah,
brick
yeah.
size is probably the same
It's a little
size
bit
as
bigger. Yeah.
It's roughly, yeah.
It's just and you're right. I didn't
It's
consider
probably
the overheating
something.
thing.
It's probably something to do with heat.
But-
I'm thinking.
And then just the size of the systems, like I talked about, just the
It's
size
very-
difference
it is
between
big.
the Slim, between the PS4
Yeah.
and the One. I just wonder because I don't know. It's just really strange. Like you would think with all the stuff that's been going on over the past year, people are complaining about like the resolution crap and
Right.
frame rate junk and 1080p versus 900 and all that shit. Where it's like PS4 for the most part regularly will be on the higher end of resolutions, and if there's an
Right.
issue on one version, it's usually the Xbox version. You would think that I mean, logically, that the Xbox One would be smaller than the PS4, and the PS4 would fit more hardware
Right.
in there to work.
Well,
So I'm just looking at this big ass system. I'm like, this thing looks like a powerhouse.
it has to have the tech in it to do the HDMI in, where you could hook up
Yeah.
a cable box, or you could hook up your PS4 into the Xbox or
Sure.
Wii U. So that's probably some technology space. Then that one side is just like a giant ass fan.
Mhm.
That one great side. Like, I don't know how many component parts
Yeah.
are actually under that massive fucking fan. It might all be in that solid little box. And then they just have this giant fan. I don't know. I've never seen anybody rip one open, like rip the top off to see where all the parts are.
Yeah, I haven't
but
seen
yeah,
the
no,
side
it's
or anything
definitely
like that.
bigger than the PS4.
It's
Yeah,
bigger
absolutely.
than their original Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
That thing
massive
was
fucking huge.
Yeah, it's a massive fucking
Yeah,
thing.
it
There's
is.
no doubt about that. And there's probably, let's be honest, there's probably maybe not this upcoming year, but maybe E3, they're going to announce a slim version.
Yeah, that was the
It's
thing that
only a matter of time.
there was just some information that came out. Somebody that had worked on the slim version put in his LinkedIn profile
Yeah.
that he had worked on a smaller chip or
I was
something.
gonna
and then
say, there's-
Microsoft removed it, so
Yeah,
we know
there's got to
one
be a
coming.
slim version coming just
Yeah.
because they're going to be like, they did it with the original 360.
Yeah.
The original, the white waddles and those elite versions
Right.
were a lot bigger than the slim,
Yeah.
the ones that came out later.
Microsoft,
So,
get rid of the power brick. Don't need it. And the last thing, and then I want to talk about Assassin's Creed. I still prefer the PS4 controller. I think it.
Really?
I just think it looks better. Like as far as handling it. I mean, I'm used to the 360 controller. It's just a little bit of a change to go to it, but I really like the triggers on
Yeah.
the Xbox One controller. I like that haptic feedback. I think
Yeah.
that's so fucking cool. But just aesthetically, I like the Xbox One controller. Just looks real blocky.
yeah.
I don't like
and
the-
then the PS4 controller is all wavy lines. It's very curvy, and
See, I don't.
I just think it looks more elegant. That's
Yeah.
all. But the system looks baller, and overall I'm pleased. It's just I was frustrated with the interface because I wasn't used to it,
Yeah.
and then I'm a first time consumer, so I was like, all right, why do I need this power brick? The system is massive. Where is
Right.
everything? This controller looks weird.
See, I hate I hate the shoulder buttons on the one.
You don't like them.
Hate them.
The whole RBLB.
Stand you.
He doesn't
Oh,
like
the buttons.
The buttons.
Yeah, when
not
you-
the
they
They do
triggers.
feel a little
When,
strange.
when you start playing a game with them, you'll find out.
yeah.
It's like, especially playing hockey. I was playing NHL, the demo, on
Because
the,
it's so prominent when
Yeah.
you're poke checking
and
shit.
then on the PS4, it's just so much easier.
Because they're actually the PS4, even though they're still buttons, they're more trigger
Yeah.
than the
I see,
actual
yeah.
than actual buttons. Where these like click, the PS4 ones are just
Yeah.
smooth,
Yeah.
and same with the PS3
Yeah.
had it as well, where the LB and
Well,
RB on
even the
360.
360 the shoulder buttons weren't bad.
Yeah, because they're longer on here.
Yeah.
I don't like joystick down side by side. I like adjacent diagonal joysticks when I'm playing.
I do like that.
Like, that's the major thing I like.
I kind of prefer the 360 controller, mostly just because of the analog stick. Because I feel like the analog sticks on the one,
They're awesome.
they have decreased their size a little bit, like the
A little
diameter of the sticks, and maybe it's just the indentation in the center. But if
Yeah.
they feel a little bit smaller,
they are.
I'll just have to
definitely
get
a little
used to
smaller.
it. But like the first time I picked one up and it was like a demo unit, I was like, "This is really
Yeah.
strange."
I love the face buttons, the number, like the
Yes.
the letters. I like how they're very they pop out a lot.
On
I don't know if-
360?
yeah.
I wish they had
No,
glow
no,
in the
no,
dark.
on-
I wish
no.
they glow in the
No,
dark.
on the one,
Uh,
on the one.
Yeah, the one.
Okay.
I'm sure
That'd be
there's a
cool if
controller
they
out there
did
that
glow in
does.
the dark.
Yeah.
Just the
lit up.
buttons. Just the buttons.
Yeah.
The A, B,
I
X,
don't
and
know
Y.
what's going on with my hands today. Like grasping boots.
So, what did you want to say about Assassin's Creed?
Okay, yeah, we'll move on from the Xbox. I know Xbox One people have had this system for a fucking year. They don't need to hear about all this. It's just something new to me.
You finally
so I
got the
wanted to
good
bring it up.
system, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
Calm down over there. Right?
Congratulations.
Wait till you plug your headset in.
So we talked about. Oh goodness.
Update your fucking controller first. Do not be like him. God damn
right, I
it. Follow
forgot
the
about
fucking instructions and you won't have a problem. I swear to
There's
God.
no
man.
instructions. They don't tell
Or
you.
fucking, it's right on the box. It comes with a big fucking warning label that says update your goddamn controller, Planamento.
Oh man.
It specifically says that from now on.
Doesn't.
It's a
From now
fucking
on-
orange sticker.
Right.
Oh
The
man.
size of
Asshole.
a fucking truck.
I didn't see it by the way myself.
Yeah.
So
No, it only
It's
does
only
that
on the
if you buy like Exo4, like the
Yeah.
newer headset.
Oh,
If you
okay.
buy a new headset,
I
it's
see.
like you have to update your controller first.
Fucking port that goes into it that has
See,
the volume controls.
yeah.
It's an orange sticker on the side before you can even fucking plug the headset into
Yeah.
it.
I
Just
see.
That says
update your controller.
Gotcha.
Plugs it in and it's like I was like, did you update your controller?
anybody
No.
ever read that?
Oh, I'm having problems now.
Does anybody ever read that?
yes.
You read the stuff that you just.
A
It's
warning-
a sticker.
It's a warning sticker.
What's up?
You have to peel off the sticker to use the fucking
I peeled
thing.
it off and threw it away.
Oh my god! And then you bitch, I had problems.
Oh, it's not my fault. Make a better warning label.
It's not,
I
but it's
hate
not
you.
fucking
I hate
black.
you.
It's orange.
It
I
sticks
hate you.
out.
It jumps out like this has got to mean something.
I'm colorblind.
I hate you so much.
Okay,
Evolution
orange
has
and
told
black
me that
look
this-
different regardless of what color.
That was the
you are.
greatest moment when he bought that, and we were playing Dead Rising, and I was like, "Yo, this headset's awesome." He's like, "Cool, I'm gonna use mine." I was like, "Okay." He plugs it in. I was like, "Did you update your control?" No. I was 20 minutes later, start having problems.
I had the,
Bitch.
I had
was
the
like,
X42s.
Fuck you. If you buy the adapter, you have to update your controller. Like the normal one that it comes with, you're fine. You're fine.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Let's
Put
move
it to
on.
your ass.
So Assassin's Creed had a modicum of issues and bugs at launch.
Still does, I think.
Big like frame rate drops, or like they show videos where you're like climbing a building, it drops to like sub 10 frames, or you
It's
just
a
can't see
Ubisoft
anything
game.
moving. And well, I mean that's kind of the issue is that they split it.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably so that the next gen version and the last gen version would be optimized
For their
to each
specific
other.
console. Yeah.
Exactly. So Rogue would be awesome for last gen, and then Unity was going to be awesome for next gen, and then Unity launches, and people are having tons of issues.
Did Rogue?
I don't think that Rogue had a ton of issues. I just think that there wasn't as much innovation between Rogue and like
Okay.
4 and previous Assassin's
But like,
Creed games.
like no,
Nick is making
Maestro.
fun of me talking with my hands.
No frame rate or other issues that happened in Unity.
Right, like they
happened
showed
with Rogue.
one really creepy screenshot where
yeah.
like the girl you see at the beginning, she's lost her face and it's just eyes and,
In Unity?
just a mouth.
in Unity.
Yes,
I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
What
fucking creepy as shit.
I
dude.
have
fucking
stuff of nightmares.
quality control your shit before you release it.
Yeah.
What the shit?
Isn't it an M game?
Yeah.
That's part of the effort. Shut the fuck up. Some characters might not have faces.
I don't think it was intended. But that was my question for
kinda
you,
funny.
Planamento, was that I know that you've played probably more of the game than any of us have played.
I'm on sequence 12. It's the last sequence of the
but
game.
have you noticed any like big frame rate drops or weird
the-
bugs or anything like that?
About 2 or 3 times. The one time I was in like the first second sequence, and I jumped off a building and I landed. Then all of a sudden, my dude's flying through midair, like nowhere.
Oh god.
Like he's like, ah! And he died.
He died. He died. You eventually just died.
He just dies, and I was like, all right. I don't know
Did you
what's
miss your hay
happening.
bale?
No,
Oh, man.
it was like a building like 10 feet off the ground. I was just jumping down.
Why didn't you parkour down?
I don't know.
that's cool. Like the downward parkour
Yeah.
is really cool in that game.
You downward parkour.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Like the
awesome.
way that you can like free run up, well,
Yeah.
now you can free run down.
That's
It's really
scary
cool.
as shit.
Yeah.
Instead of
It's
just
really
like,
cool.
fuck it, I'm gonna jump down to the
Right.
fucking ground and break my knees.
Right.
Yeah.
You can actually run down the line.
If it works the way you want it to,
Yeah.
then it's cool.
So you
I
fell through the world and
map,
down.
yeah. A couple times when you like run up buildings and stuff, there's a lot of like in running through cities because there's so many people on the map at one time that there's like I think I guess this is frame rate, but do you ever get to the part where if you're when you're in like Grand Theft Auto 5, especially when you're driving a car like 100 miles per hour through a city and the city down there you can't see, but it just it keeps like it gradually gets more
No,
and more.
That's
of the
draw
city.
distance.
That's just a rendering issue where you're
Frame
moving
rate
faster than the
is-
computer can.
Yeah, frame
render
rate
the
is
content.
if you were like all of a sudden like skipping ahead.
Because that happens a little bit with the people, but nothing where I'm like, oh god, this isn't like really noticing.
What system are you playing on?
The PS4.
Okay, so it affects both systems. It's not like prominent
Yes.
on where it's like a Xbox One is having
No,
all these issues.
PS4 is the one that has more issues than Xbox One,
Okay,
from what I've
okay.
heard. But that's good that you haven't seen as much as
I
what I'm
haven't-
hearing.
like,
it might be
I
scattered,
haven't
but I know a
seen-
lot of people are
But
seeing
I will
issues.
say, I don't know if it's because of multiplayer like connection with you, like you play at Ubisoft stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the co-op is very very chuggy.
Really?
It's very very laggy. It's only laggy when you're fighting people.
Which is the worst time for it to do that.
You don't need it to lag when you're
it's,
fighting.
It's only lagging when you're fighting with somebody else. So it's like you and I were fighting another guy.
Yeah.
It's weird because it will. I'll be hitting square, but say you'll be able to perform a finisher, and my guy will just be like, have his sword out and just stop and just stare at him, and you're like,
That happened
Are you gonna
when
do
we were
something, or-
playing Rise. That happened a lot of multiplayer.
yeah, and
because you're killing the same enemy, so
Yeah.
it's like each
Yeah.
person is seeing different parts of
Yeah, the
you might
computer
get the
can't
last.
handle the two inputs.
Yeah, it's just like
Right.
what the shit is going on.
Sure.
But I
you know.
will say though, the Assassin's Creed co-op.
Is it really cool?
At first, yes. At first, I thought it was just a throw in, just like something. Hey, we'll throw it in and we'll
Yeah.
see how it goes. The Assassin's Creed co-op is amazing.
I'm excited to
Is
try
it
it.
absolutely amazing? They have heists, they have co-op missions, and the cool thing about the heists are
That they exist in the game.
Not that too. But the cool thing with the
That they've
heists,
been released.
like the cool thing with the heists are I think there's like 6 or 7 of them, and then each of them get like higher difficulties. There's like 3, 4, 5. So
that's kinda cool.
And the more the higher difficulty, the more money you can earn. So it's like the base amount of money you earn if you beat beat it is
Right.
25,000.
And then you have multipliers.
For the 5-star ones you get 25,000 for just beating it. But there's a rewards bar that has individually for every person. It's individual for every person. So the less you get seen, the higher the bar is. Okay. So when you get seen or people see you
Bar
start
goes
fighting,
down.
the bar goes down. You can earn up to like $75,000, $80,000 per heist.
Do you have to split it
I
with
have
your
nothing to
co-op?
compare
No,
that to.
it's individually just for you
Damn.
because each person's different. Like we could all 4 be playing
I
one.
have no reference.
I could earn
75,000 could be a lot, could be nothing.
It's a ton. It's a ton. I'm
I
telling
was
you.
gonna say because I think their weapons they had like
Because weapons up into like up until legendaries are like usually 5,000 to like $1,000 to $5,000 for like level 3 to 4 weapons.
okay.
Legendary weapons are level 5 or like $125,000.
So you can earn pretty good.
cool.
So you
Yeah.
could be shit in 4, or you could just beat 4 missions and you have 100K right there.
right.
4 heist missions, yes.
Yes.
That's not the story though, not like all that
Right.
kind of stuff. But I mean, like I said, it gets you like you can go like all the chest armor and I haven't really seen anything different with the customization. Like the only thing that makes really a huge difference is health. You obviously
Yeah,
can tell the
so-
health, but like you get more stealth. I haven't really seen a thing where it's like, oh yeah, they don't see me as much, or or more melee. Like my melee is better. I haven't
That
seen
stuff
that.
hasn't. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything. So
It's good.
Cool.
It's good to hear. I'm excited to try it out with my girlfriend and see what it's like.
You're not picking it up
Nice.
for the PS4 because you got it for the one, right?
Yeah,
Or I
absolutely. Yeah, I'm
didn't know
getting
if
it.
you were gonna buy it for both or if you cared. Or,
I won't.
okay.
I won't. If I would have known you were getting it for PS4, I don't know if it would change things because
right.
I got the
'Cause you got it
bundle,
for
but
free.
once I
but-
beat the
yeah.
story, I probably won't play the game ever again. So
Yeah.
it sounds like Assassin's Creed.
Typical.
And one more thing before we move on to Master Chief Collection, which also came out this week,
Yeah.
which I want to talk about as well. So on Tuesday, I woke up at 5 and went to work, and on my lunch or on my breakfast break, it's like 8 a.m. And I was like, all right, I'll take a look at IGN and the internets and see what the buzz is on these new games that came out. And the first thing I see is a Dragon Age review. I was like, what the fuck is this? Dragon Age doesn't come out for a week.
they get a review or is it a review in progress?
It got a straight up review.
Did it
There's
have
not
a
a whole
score?
lot of multiplayer. So.
Did it have a score at the
Absolutely, it did.
Hold on.
And it had Metacritic stuff, all that shit.
Cool.
All over the internets.
On IGN?
Tuesday morning, everywhere. IGN, Polygon, Joystick, everything. The embargo for Dragon Age was like 12 a.m. Tuesday.
bottom? Right.
So a week before the game's release, everywhere there's news. This is what this game is. This is how good it is. This is how long the campaign is. This is what the multiplayer is like. Everywhere. All over the place. And for what it's worth, very good, positive reviews pretty much everywhere.
Can I butt in real fast?
Sure.
I just went on IGN. There's
Terrifying Far Cry 4.
There's a video
video.
article, and the headline this is the headline, and I'm going to watch the video later. It says escaping a bulletproof badger in Far Cry 4. Have to
gosh.
watch that. I don't know what it's about, but I'll have to watch.
That's part of beating the game in 15 minutes.
It's not. It's not.
No.
That's the other one.
But no, like Tuesday morning, and I'm looking for Assassin's Creed and Master Chief stuff.
Because you're about to
And-
pick up these.
Sure.
You want to pick up these games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the first thing I see is Dragon Age, first thing in the morning. And I was like, oh my gosh,
got a
this is
boner.
awesome. Well, it's similar to what happened with Shadow of Mordor, which was the reviews that were released from embargo by the development team about a week before.
Right.
Which is a very, very good sign where you just know, like, okay, the developer and the publisher, they have a lot of faith in this game,
Yeah.
and they think that it's okay that reviewers can go out and tell people exactly what they feel about this game and give consumers a lot of time to make a decision about
If they want to
whether they're
going to
pick it up.
Yeah.
So it's always a great thing to see a review that early. And what I did also notice was that there wasn't an Assassin's Creed review.
Oh, good for
So I
them.
said this is a little strange, the Dragon Age a week early and no Assassin's Creed review. Assassin's Creed Unity was embargoed until noon on launch day when Dragon Age was a week early.
Well, because they had faces falling off after characters.
Right.
They didn't want people
But
knowing
that was like my first sign before I knew anything, before any words of the bugs or anything came out. That was
Right.
immediately like, this review is embargoed until noon on launch day.
Right.
I mean, the consumers had 12 hours to pick up this game before anybody knew what it was like. And yes, in the world that we live in now, it's different than it used to be 10 years ago. People would go out and buy the game regardless, maybe without seeing a review that's in a
Right.
magazine that doesn't come out for a month after. But now people are usually used to going and seeing the review before the game comes out, seeing what it's like. And it was like this huge tip off. Like the developers know this game does not work right now.
I mean, it's a respectable review though.
I mean, I would say that it got okay reviews across the board.
I mean, it's not like it completely bombed.
Would it get like 7s?
7.8.
No, but I mean,
Well, I mean, that's what it was on the
I'm
review,
not
right.
debating like the review or anything. It's just the fact that it was embargoed until launch day. The middle of launch day is just a no.
The fact that there are embargoes
On reviews.
is a big deal to me.
Well, I think it's just because now that everything is so immediate, when you give a review team a game to play and review, you want to give it to them a couple weeks ahead of time before the game's launch. And so you want to make sure that they're getting the information out when the developer says that it's okay. Because, I mean, from a developer standpoint, they don't have to give the game out at all.
Right.
So this is like a trust thing between them and the media, which is we're giving you this game early, and in exchange, you're just promising that you're not going to release your thoughts until we say. And for the most part, that's okay because a lot of developers will give consumers a day or two in advance to be able to, still make a decision on what they want. But in some cases like this, you can't do it. The worst thing is that Ubisoft didn't even send out copies of Rogue until launch day. Reviewers got the game the same day the consumers did. So they weren't even able to bring up the review until I think today.
Yeah.
It was drying because they were still printing the discs.
But it's just crazy to me. And it was a huge tip off. Like Ubisoft knew that these games just were not up to par, were not on their standards, and they were worried.
They're probably more focused on launching Far Cry. At this
I
point.
guess.
I think they're probably just like Far Cry is going to be our big seller.
It's just very strange to me. Like they knew that Watch Dogs did not go over well.
Right.
You know, some people liked it, some people didn't, but it was not like this huge phenomenon that it should have been. And then
They're probably
Assassin's
like-
Creed is supposed to be, this big thing. The crew gets delayed and all
It's
this stuff.
fallen. Assassin's Creed has fallen into the Call of Duty where it's just like every year they're probably like people are going to buy it, whether it gets 7s, 8s, 9s. We're going to have our fan base that fucking buys the game.
Sure.
But
I think they're waiting for Far Cry. If they embargo Far Cry, then something like until release day, like then it'll be like.
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
I heard Far Cry's review might come out tomorrow.
Okay, that's what I was
I
going to
don't
say.
know
Like
if
Far
that's true or
Cry,
not,
Far
but-
Cry's probably super
But
early.
just really,
Yeah.
really strange.
Far Cry's a day though. That's not super early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm
still,
saying?
that's
But I
Better
mean,
than- better than
before
12
consumers
hours
are able
after.
to go out and buy it is kind of what you want. As long as it's before launch day, or even if it's like midnight of launch day, then people still have time to make a decision.
Yeah.
And review teams still have, the ability to go out and warn people of if it's good or if it's bad or whether it's not,
Right.
worth picking up. It's their jobs. They want to go out and tell people what it's like. So I don't know.
I will say personally, this is probably my favorite. It's like
frustrating to
2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or either maybe one like Revelations or Brotherhood. But 3 and 4 I couldn't stand. Like, I hate
My-
both of them.
My whole thing though is that you can saturate the market with all of this shit about this is gameplay and that's gameplay and look at this and look
Right.
at that. But you hold a review until 12 hours after the I don't
I
like
think
that.
I think that's weird. Like I could understand if they're like don't show gameplay footage of
Right.
you playing the game for until noon. But like embargoes on reviews. Like I understand why it's a trust thing.
Sure.
But I would be like embargo to me means we're gonna send you a review copy. Don't fucking stream it on Twitch until
Right.
it launches.
Right.
Like embargo that. Like don't embargo
There's an
my
NDA.
opinion of the game.
Yeah,
I mean like
you sign an NDA because
Right.
you have a review copy. In your NDA, it says this is when you can publish
Right.
your review.
it's just like
Not
that's
because
weird.
they are afraid that you're going to give it a low score. It's just because it's non-disclosure.
Right.
They
Right.
want the information to stay
they don't want
tight.
spoilers or anything like that. Story leaked.
Right.
You know.
And my other issue is if a game gets a 7, it's not a fucking bad game.
no.
No, and that's the thing. Like, I don't necessarily want to debate the reviews themselves because
Sure.
I think that they're all opinion based and
Right.
it's going to be different. Like, I mean, we talked about it before. Planamento, it doesn't matter if Dragon Age got a 10.5 out of 10.
Right.
He's not going to like the game. It's
Right.
not for him. You know what I mean?
No, but my point is if a game gets a 7, like let's say, Rogue and fucking Unity was not embargoed up until 12 hours after launch. It came out early, right?
They're still buying it.
7.8 is not a fucking bad score.
No.
They're still buying it though.
Right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Right.
so if a game got a 7 and I was like Lords of the Fallen fucking murdered, I did not care what the review was going to be. I was buying it regardless.
right.
Murder too.
I bought Murder day one. Yeah, I love the game, dude. Murder's awesome.
That's the exact idea. Is that
The company was too,
it
wasn't
depends on the person. Everyone,
Gone fishing.
a 7 game or even a 6 game or even a 5 game. Some people are still going to love that. It doesn't matter.
When's the last time you saw like a game get a 3?
Oh, dude,
Legend of
every
Korra.
Dark.
The Legend of Korra
every
game.
Game
Dark.
Informer, you could flip to the back.
Yeah, no, I'm
you
saying,
could
well,
see
because
all
Game
the
Informer
levels.
actually seems to give like legit 1 to 10.
Mhm.
Other sites seem to like work on a scale 7 to 10.
No, I mean,
with 6 being
for
like
the
a
most
0.
part, I
Yeah.
think that the way that most companies work now, we've got off on a tangent, but I know that IGN specifically, they choose what games to review. They
Yeah.
don't review anything. They
Right.
don't review everything anymore.
Right. They,
So, like,
we want this, and this.
If they reviewed every game,
they're probably be
you're
back-
bound to see
bad
1s,
scores.
2s, 3s.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they review the ones that they want to, and
So
they're not
7's
gonna
still
review the
really good.
terrible games.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean that's the thing is that for us who are gamers, we understand that a 7 is
It's-
like okay, if you think that the negative sides are something that you would also not like to see in your game, then maybe it's not something for
Right.
you. I put a little bit more stock into the body of the review where it's the person's opinion and they talk about playing the game and those issues
Right.
than the score itself.
Right.
If they say this campaign is 10 hours long, I don't care if the game is like a 9 or a 10. That's upsetting to me. That's a short game, and I don't know. That's something
Depending
that
on what the game is, though.
very true.
Right.
But if it's an RPG and it's 10 hours long,
Sure.
stick of
Fuck
truth,
that.
I had to weigh that decision. I was
Yeah.
like, do I want to pay $60 for this?
Nick's Diner Cooking 10 hours long. Is really good.
No, dude, I'm only 1 star, and it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
It
can go
goes-
to 5 stars.
Oh my God.
But for like, I would say like the average gamer, the score means a little bit more than it
Yeah,
would.
sure.
Maybe us, we sort of understand how it works. But for most people, they might see a 7 and they're used to seeing 8s, 9s, 9.5s. Then they're going to see a 7 and be like, okay, maybe this isn't something I pick up.
Bad. Yeah.
But the big thing was that, the review should be able to go out with time for consumers to be able to make this decision for the most part. If the companies don't give them, that time to put it out beforehand, then it's just a perfect sign. The company doesn't believe in this game. So I don't know.
Fuck it, not buying it.
But Master Chief Collection. Let's talk about that.
Halo talk. I'm excited because
No one cares.
I'm pumped as well.
I have been playing.
Spoilers: John dies in the end.
Oh,
Which one's John?
John
See
is
the,
Master
He's
Chief.
fucking Master
I know.
Chief. You shithead.
Nick, of course, is lying.
Yeah, obviously, because if you played 4 like a grown up, you would know then.
Poor thing.
God, spoilers. Fuck.
Wow.
If you haven't played 4 yet, fuck yourself.
Well,
Some people
here's
might
the
not
thing,
have
though.
played
Master
Halo
Chief
at all.
Collection
Chris.
just did come out, and a lot of people might be playing it for the
Don't
first
care.
time.
Thanks,
We're
Warren.
going to bleep it out.
You have played.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Hey, spoilers. Guildhall burns down at the end.
I don't care anything about the story. I'm just playing for the fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us the story.
No, so me and Planamento started playing Combat Evolved on Legendary.
That's
to
the
get
first one. In
the
case you
very
guys are
first one.
fucking
Yeah.
idiots.
Spoilers. I don't
Game's
know what
hard.
happens in the end.
Game is
Game's
so
fucking
hard.
super
We're
hard.
playing on Legendary, by the way.
Legendary.
Yeah, 1 on Legendary is
Yeah.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 and 2. I even jumped in and played some 2 on Legendary. I'm like, this game's kind of hard too on Legendary.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
I was playing it with Greg. You
Yeah.
know the levels with the flood? I was like, why is there not something fucking on the mini map so I know where to go?
Right.
This game too hard. Fuck it.
Fuck
I'm turning
this.
it off.
Yep.
But
So
go ahead.
yeah, but no. So we're playing 1 on Legendary. We get to was it mission 3 or 4? Truth and Reconciliation. First
Okay.
time you run into the
Yes.
hunters.
Yep.
First time you get the sniper rifle.
Is that when you're in the tanks as well?
No. It's the one that's at night. And
Okay.
You go up into the Covenant ship to
Yes.
rescue Keys.
Yes.
Who's been captured. So we go there and so we started playing at like 10. We get to that level. It's about
11:30.
11:30. We finish that level 3 a.m.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
Oh my god.
So what happens is you start out at night.
Go
and
to
you gotta-
bed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It eventually got to that point where we're just like, fuck it. Well, hold on.
we'll
It
tell
gets
you.
really good.
Yeah.
So we get to that level and we're doing okay. And there's the part where you have to kill the waves of enemies and actually go up into the Covenant ship.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we get to there. That takes us a while because there's the first part and then something happened with the spawn where I hit the checkpoint and it kept respawning me at the one part before you travel up.
Yeah.
Planamento respawned like
All the way
10
to the
minutes back.
Yeah.
So he had to fight enemies coming up to me
And he had to come
while
back
I
and-
was trying to survive. And it was just, that was a mess. So we finally beat that part and we go up into the Covenant ship. So at this point, it's probably 12:30, 1 o'clock. The first fucking room in
Not
the
even
Covenant
that.
ship.
12. Well, yeah, more
It's
more
like 12:30.
Yeah.
first
Now
room
this
in
is
the
Combat
Covenant
Evolved,
ship.
right? So
Yeah.
all the rooms
Yeah.
look exactly the same.
They all look the same.
No. High def though
they
makes
look-
them look pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, high
All right.
def. If you switch back and forth, which is Planamento's favorite part of the game,
I was going back
he
and
was,
forth
because it's flawless. You just hit the
It is.
button and
Yeah.
it just goes. So he was
But-
loving it.
But what's funny
Oh.
though is the Combat Evolve like old like the
Yeah.
Xbox graphics
Super-
are, but they're better than what they were
They
when
look
they
kind
came
of
out
cool.
on the original
yeah,
Xbox.
yeah, even they're updated a little
But
bit.
yeah, if you switch back and you're running through that ship, it's just
It's
like
all
I've
gray.
been in this room.
it's all gray. It's,
all
all
gray.
super dark.
Yeah.
You're
Is
like,
this the same room I was just in?
Yeah, you
Where
have
the
no
fuck
idea-
am I?
No idea what's going
But
on.
like Chris continue.
But so we get to the room. That's the first time you're introduced to the elites with the sword, the energy swords.
Yeah.
That room takes us fucking
An hour and a half,
2 hours to beat.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
there's like
got
you know-
reamed?
yeah,
Well,
we just kept getting reamed because one AI is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You're in there with 6 guys. They all die within the first 3 minutes. So it's me and Planamento fucking trying to survive waves of enemies
And those dudes-
plus energy sword fuckers that have super reach
Yeah.
and super fucking lead.
because those guys come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the worst part is like, oh, Chris, I got this one, and then all of a sudden 2 more pop out
Yeah.
right
And
after
you're
I
like,
kill that
what
guy.
the fuck?
And we're like, and me and Chris are like walking around for weapons.
So
and ammo
yeah, we're
and
trying to get
everything.
weapons and ammo. So eventually we start playing music because we're like, okay, we need something because this is fucking
Because
frustrating.
this is like an hour into
So-
it. I think I was falling asleep.
He was falling asleep,
and we were getting to the point where we're just like,
needed
play music
to go.
just to like keep me awake.
So here's the playlist that we started going. We got Mighty Mighty Ballstones with the impressions that I get. Then after that song ended, the Circle of Life. Then we got New
the
York.
Lion King song.
Yeah, just hold on.
which he's never seen
He's
the
never
movie.
seen the movie. Then we
What do you
got
think of the Circle of Life song?
I've
Paneto?
heard this.
Okay, continue.
he's got New
Changed
York,
my life,
New
man.
York, New York State of Mind.
Okay.
Benny and the Jets.
Okay.
Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
This is the weirdest playlist I've
I
ever
know.
heard.
It gets
Well,
better.
I would
It
select
gets
a
better.
song. I would select a song, and then when it ended, I would just scroll through the recommended and pick another song. So I would just keep going. So then
Don't
we
Go
got
Breaking
Don't
My
Go
Heart.
Breaking My Heart,
Oh my God.
which led to Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Hold on,
Oh,
can I say
nice.
something?
Yeah.
Chris and I think we were more focused on singing. The
Yeah,
song.
we were singing along with the music and playing the
Oh
games.
God.
Then we got to Respect, and
Oh,
then we
my
got
goodness.
to Footloose, and then we got to we finally were like, okay, we need a song. So we got Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
great.
that led
Classic.
to Karma Chameleon, which led to Girls Just Want to Have Fun,
Oh my.
which led to Wake Me Up Before You Go Go,
Oh.
which led to Never Gonna Give You Up,
Oh,
No
nice.
wonder you guys were just dying over and
led
over
to,
again.
which led to Barbie Girl,
Oh,
which led
like
to
Aqua Barbie Girl.
Aqua Barbie Girl,
Oh,
which
man.
led to Scotty Doesn't Know,
Oh,
like a
nice.
musical acid
Nice.
trip.
which led to Stacy's Mom,
Nice.
which led to I'm Blue, and then we finally fucking beat it on I Would Walk 500 Miles.
Oh, because then you're determined. Then you're like,
we finally beat it to the Proclaimers. And when we beat that, we were like, checkpoint. When finally we killed the last one and I was running back down, I was like, fucking checkpoint, thank God. And we were going to exit, and we hit exit. And normally when you're doing solo, it's save and quit. This just said quit. And I hit quit, and it said all your progress will be lost.
Hey,
I was
Chris-
like, fuck this, we're finishing the level.
Yeah.
We will quit at the next start of the next
Oh,
level.
man.
Because if we have to redo this,
Yeah.
I'm deleting the game from my system and I'm never playing Halo again.
Well,
So it took us like an hour then to beat the rest of the fucking level.
Well, funny story. So we're singing. Well, I was singing mostly, but we were both of us
Yeah,
singing.
yeah.
But it was a 2:33 in the morning, and my dad gets up for work at 2:30. He leaves at work for 2:30 in the morning. So I have turtle pages on. I can hear myself. Right, my TV's muted. His room isn't next to mine, and the bathroom is next to my room as well. Sure. Doors closed. I'm singing,
Yeah, whatever
Barbie
song.
Girl or whatever. Whatever.
oh my God.
Next day, Dad calls me. Hey, were you up at like 3 in the morning last night? I'm like, yeah, wow, I was playing a game. He's like, were you singing some stupid ass songs? And I'm like, yes, I was. Did it sound great? You sound like you were dying. And I was like,
Yep.
thanks,
Fair
Dad.
enough.
We were just like,
I was
just
dying
like-
in the game, Dad.
I just kept dying, and it was the most draining.
Oh,
We were just
gosh.
so defeated.
So are you guys going to go and finish
Yes.
the run?
We're beating every single game on fucking legendary.
Also, I did tell Chris. We were texting the other day, and I said to him, Are you planning on 4,500 in this game? Because it's 4,500 achievement scores.
Jesus.
No.
And he said, absolutely. And I said to him,
Have
okay.
fun on the online shit.
There's only like 7 online things. It's all offline.
I thought the last 500 was all online.
Well, yeah, but it's all super easy shit.
Oh, okay.
It's not like get double
Play a
headshot
game.
bullshit. Yeah.
oh,
Slice
you mean
someone in
2
the
kills
face.
with 1 laser
Right.
that I'm
That
still
shit's
missing?
not in there, thank
Fucking
God.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I said to him, I said, you're out of your mind if you're gonna make this game, 1,000 this game. And I said, if you do it, I will take you out to a steak dinner.
There we go.
On me.
There we go.
On me.
There we go.
And he said, you're on, buddy. And I was like, all right. okay.
Like Longhorn
Here's the thing.
Steakhouse or like Kobayashi?
Long- I'm better than that, Nick. I'm better than Longhorns.
The thing is, Adam, you have to give a timeline. You can't
I
just
don't-
say, "Can
no.
you?"
I'll-
Well,
I-
you're
you know-
just you're saying it doesn't matter how long.
I'll give him a year.
10
I'll
years
give him
from
a year.
now.
45 years from now, call up Adam.
Nick, when do you think? Or Nick, sorry, Chris. When do you think you
Nick,
can do
when you
it?
got 1,000 Master Chief
Ah,
Collection
ooh,
ever.
4,500. I mean, that's.
When do you think you can do it? Because I said, I'll. If you give me a date and a time, or like a month or a window, like a 6
I'll
months.
have it
7
done
months.
before Halo 5 comes out, which is a
No,
year.
that's too long.
That's a year.
There's fuck that. You
No,
know,
that's-
you know how hard that shit is.
That's
Too long.
4. It's 4. He's
It's
going to beat 4 games.
We have to beat every single
in a
game on
year.
Legendary. We have to go through, do all the playlists. One of the playlists is to beat every game on Legendary, all skulls on. So that means there's no HUD. You don't regen health. To get ammo, you have to melee characters.
Yep.
That's going to take
That's where I-
fucking forever.
They
where I'm-
throw grenades like
yeah, they throw
fucking
grenades.
QB.
It's like the explosions.
You know what you do,
bad on that
Clemento? You stop playing co-op with him because then he won't be able to get the co-op.
I'll play. I have everybody. No, well, I already have all the co-op ones.
Oh, okay.
Once you beat one level, you have all the co-op ones.
Yeah, I already did tell him. I did say to him.
I know
said,
that it takes a while, but you can't do that. You got to
said
be
to him-
closer than that.
I said to him, I will. Like, if I'm gonna make this bet, I'll help you do it. Like, I'll be there.
Oh, I
like,
see.
I'll be
Yeah.
the co-op partner with you.
Sure.
No,
So
that's-
I'm not gonna just be like,
I can't play this game all the time.
Yeah, I can't.
4,500
I think a year's
crazy.
fair.
You can't get a
what
steak
was it?
dinner.
What
6
we playing?
months.
What we playing?
6 months.
That's
6
bullshit.
months.
That's insane.
June 1st.
That is insane.
After
Some people can't get 1,000 gamer scores.
After
So
Friday,
sure.
I'm surprised I'm playing the game tonight or tomorrow. I was legitimately pissed because
All right, let's take a vote though.
That was insane.
Halo 5, 4,500 by Halo 5. I think that's
could
fair.
I
No,
could do it by
June
4.
1st.
I might have
See-
it done earlier.
see, the
I'm just
thing
saying,
is
in
that-
case I want to play other fucking games.
see the thing is with Halo 5, is it next year or is it going to
No, Halo 5 is
Okay.
December 2015.
This time next year.
This time next
Nope.
year. Thanksgiving next year.
You know what? I will
I'll say Halloween next year. I will have 4,500. Yeah.
my date will be the start of the football season next year.
Okay. That's fine. That's September.
If you
August, end
if
of
you
August.
finish it by June 1st,
Yeah.
Preseason or
Then-
regular season?
The
Next-
regular season.
next hockey season, 2015, 2016, when the Wings play the Flyers, I'll buy a ticket.
There you go. If I have it done by June
When
1st.
the Wings
Okay.
play the Flyers?
Yeah.
All right,
I would never want to see that.
I do.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
too.
I'll double that
I'm a
then.
Wings
Wings
fan.
Flyers.
I'll
at
double
home?
that then.
Okay.
I'm not going to buy tickets, but I'll buy the steak dinner.
Okay. That's
Okay.
fine.
But
June-
so
by
does
June-
he not
by June
have
1st.
until by June 1st?
By June 1st.
That's fine.
And just
I can have it by
just so
June
we're clear
1st.
here, steak dinner much less expensive than Flyers tickets.
Well, that's why.
Okay,
That's
I'll
why.
take both.
But yeah,
I'll
by-
take both.
by June
Just to be clear,
am I coming to that game or no?
If you
I would
wanna pay
rather
for
go
your
to the
ticket.
Flyers than have a steak dinner.
I'll
fine.
take both. I'll take fucking both. I don't give a
All right,
shit.
June
So.
1st, Chris.
Because the other thing
Here,
that you guys don't know is I have a ton of 360 friends who are really fucking good at Halo.
Yeah, that's my thing, is
I
that-
can play 4-player co-op with.
Chris,
and
you gotta put
kick
dumbass
ass.
over.
I know that you can do it by June
So,
1st.
yeah.
I was going to say like 3 months.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I can
6
get it
months
done.
is a lot.
I can get it done if I need to because
All
I
right,
have
you know
really
what?
good
I
Halo
think we need to
players.
give Harvey a bet now.
Hold on. Time out.
RB
So-
beat Black Flag
so
by
what-
tomorrow.
The bet's going to be if Chris beats Halo
100%.
If Chris beats everything 100%, 1,000% on
1,000%.
Fucking
100% everything on the Halo Master Chief Collection,
40,000 gamer score.
400 gamer score
Yeah.
by June 1st.
Yeah.
I will buy Chris a steak dinner.
Right.
Aaron will buy Chris Flyers and Wings hockey tickets.
Okay.
And that's the bet. I want
That's
to make
fine.
it clear.
That's good.
everything's
Spelling
here.
it out.
That's a good bet.
Yep.
And if I go
like
if I go
Halo.
to the Flyers game, that's the steak dinner will be at the the
So
And if you don't,
Okay.
if you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't 4,500 the
Right,
game,
right.
buy Halo 5,
Right.
you're buying me and Planamento tickets and steak dinner.
so he has a year
Oh,
to
that's
not
good.
but
That's a good one, Chris.
so hold on. Now there's a
man.
disclaimer. He has until June 1st to get rewards, but if
Right.
he does it before Halo 5, he does not have to buy you stuff.
If he does it before June 1st,
Right.
then he will get Wings and Flyers tickets and a steak dinner, courtesy of Adam Planamento
Yeah.
and Aaron Harvey.
But if
If
he
he does it before Halo 5,
Right.
or we'll say a year, because if Halo 5 doesn't,
Sure.
we'll say
A year
December
this
or
time.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't come out until 2016,
Right,
then
right,
we're not doing that.
I'm expecting 2015.
But if he doesn't do it,
Right.
if he can do it between June 1st and
Right.
Halo 5's release, Planamento, are you still going to give him a steak dinner?
Yes, I
You
will.
said a year.
I will.
So he won't get the wings and flowers tickets, but he'll get a steak dinner.
I'll get Chris can do it in 10 years. I'll still give him a full. That's amazing.
But if he doesn't do it
Right.
by Halo 5's release or a year from now,
A year from now.
either or,
Just call it a year.
whichever
from now.
comes first. So
Halo 5 could be
first.
tomorrow, and they could just be like,
If Halo
"Fuck you
5
guys."
releases in October of next year, then he has until October of next year.
Right.
But if he doesn't do it by then,
Okay.
then he has to buy wings and flowers tickets for me and Planamento and steak dinner for both of us.
See, so I am spending a lot more money if I don't do this. Than
You have
I'm
plenty of
getting-
time.
Than I'm getting.
So,
plenty of
there's-
time.
what if
But here's the
glitch
disclaimer.
achievements?
But here's
How
the
do I
dis-
do glitch achievements?
Well, okay. If there's any glitch achievements that you can't possibly get,
Right.
we have to put that in factor.
I
Okay.
mean, is there glitch achievements? Because there are glitch achievements in the game.
You can't glitch achievements.
No, I'm saying there's glitched achievements that
That
don't
you can't
unlock
currently
in
get.
the game.
If there is something that you cannot possibly get
Right.
and it is documented that
Right.
this achievement does not work.
Right, because there's 2 on the list that are potentially glitched.
Right. So if
Okay.
they don't get patched and no one can get them,
Right.
then that's okay.
There has to be another disclaimer, though.
Oh, God,
what if
Nick.
DLC releases in that time frame? Does
No,
he
it's
have to get?
4,500. Fuck that. I'm not doing DLC.
yeah,
Yeah, DLC
It's
can be
4,500.
Okay,
So
that's
if
what
like,
I wanted to make sure.
If like the Halo 5 multiplayer beta comes out and that has achievements, you don't have to get them.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you do have to get the other multiplayer
That's
achievements.
fine. Because the multiplayer achievements have nothing to do with
Games?
actual online. Well, it's like win 10 multiplayer matches, win 100 multiplayer matches.
I
Pretty sure if
can't
I'm playing 3,000 fucking matches in multiplayer, once they start working, getting it fixed, because multiplayer is still broken on
Yeah.
Halo. By the way,
Yes.
can't get into matches.
Big bug release for
but
Halo
yeah,
as well.
I
as
mean,
Assassin's Creed this week.
once they get that shit fixed, 100 won't be.
Nick,
too
what
bad.
was your bet with Harvey?
Oh yeah, we gotta.
I just feel like we should.
Harvey
He
should have
makes
a
it
bet
seem
too.
like a 1,000 gamer score is easy. It is very.
Oh, I know it's tough. I know it's
Right.
tough.
It's
But the
very
thing
tough.
for Chris is that Chris is like an achievement guy, so we know that he's probably going to do it anyway. That's ample enough time for Chris to be able
full
to do
year.
I
that.
platinum a game
Yeah.
to that the other day.
Oh
Did you-
yeah,
Yep.
what game?
Wolf
Walking
Among
Dead
Us.
season 1.
There it is.
There it is.
That's my one.
That's my
one.
platinum.
Oh, you beat it. Congrats.
That's my 1,000 as well.
Fucking shit.
I don't know what would be a good
goddamn
one for me
embarrassment.
games because I'm not a big trophy guy.
What about Bloodborne? You think you could platinum Bloodborne?
No.
Because he didn't on.
I couldn't platinum or 1,000 Dark Souls or Demon Souls.
Oh, really?
I
They
can't
were-
even platinum.
I could, but you'd have to play the game like 4 times.
Yeah.
Because you have to get like the strongest weapon. In Demon Souls, it was different because you had to get the strongest weapon of a certain type, but like 4 different kinds. Like you had to get a full fire weapon, a full like blade stone weapon,
Right.
a full
You can't do that
like
on
dark
playthrough?
moonstone. You can't do it in one playthrough
No.
because there's
You don't have
one
enough
time
materials.
where like you don't have enough materials to do it all in one, and
can't
there's one
farm
where
and
it's
just
like
keep
you
going.
can't. There's only one specific time where you can get this specific item, and then if you get that, then you
Yeah.
can't achieve this other thing. So it's just you have to do it multiple.
So,
times.
looking at the achievement guide here, there's 7 for online, which shouldn't be hard. Because there's boosting things that I can go into.
Mhm.
Minimum amount of time to get a 4,500 gamer score, 3 months.
all right,
Minimum number of playthroughs needed, 5 playthroughs through each campaign.
you got twice that amount of time.
That's going to take a long time. I know. It's possible.
So it's 20 playthroughs.
20 playthroughs.
You know what I'm
Minimum.
You know what I'm dreading?
Minimum.
What's that?
That text.
A
When I do
text.
it. Like it was for Max
Yeah, 'cause
Christopher
he sent me
Brother,
that- he sent
when
me
I
a
was just
picture-
like
yeah.
fucking done.
Yeah.
Believe me, dude.
That's what-
Unattainable glitch achievements.
Tickets are
Let me
like
see.
$120 a pop.
2, 3.
So I'm gonna have to pay
4.
like $240.
I can get you.
Six.
I got you. I got
No,
you.
it's all
7.
right. It's okay. I got it.
7.
No, I'm saying, no, I'm saying the guy I can get.
I know.
7 unattainable achievements are on the list right now.
Jesus.
So,
But you have 6 months for them.
right.
They'll
to get
pass
So
it
hopefully
now.
they get
Yeah.
patched. Yeah,
Ah,
possible.
yeah.
Is there a
I'm
bet
calling
for,
it.
is there a bet for Harvey or myself or Nick? Or just
Nah, I don't
Chris?
care.
We can take one for
You
next
guys
week.
can do whatever.
I'm not really. I don't play games like you guys
1,000
do.
Dragon Age.
But when it's a 150-hour campaign.
So I think something akin to it, and I'm not agreeing to this right now, but something would be like have all the Hearthstone cards that are available right now.
So
in a
Harvey
year.
just
'Cause that's a lot.
basically
That are available right now
No, I would say like
by goblins. And
I would say
gnomes.
like what's available right now and goblins and gnomes a year from now, because I think that would be worthy of a bet. But I don't know if I can.
I feel like I have almost all the cards other than legendaries right now.
we'd have to have 2 of everything and all the legendaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I have a lot of
That's
cards.
a lot of playing.
Other than legendaries. I have
Yeah.
a fuck ton of cards.
Yeah, so do
Oh,
I.
sweet.
I just don't. But I don't have all the legendaries. The legendaries is what would take forever.
Sure.
But
I could make one right now. Check that off the list.
yeah, I'm saving everything up for Goblins and Gnomes.
So I can do custom games to get a majority.
So what you're saying is you're a cheater.
He's planning it all out. That's fine. You can do whatever.
Fuck it. They didn't.
You can do whatever. You can plan it out. You can do it with friends.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna try to platinum WWE.
6. The only one that might be hard
with
is the bite the hand, because you have to either beat a dev, you have to kill a dev in multiplayer, or you have to kill somebody who has that achievement. So how much the devs play? That's the only one. But I got that one in Halo 3 or whatever the fuck.
If
it was,
if they gave you
just
until July 8th, you could get it.
Was it?
is that when they have
seen
like
stuff like
7/7 is Bungie Day.
the
I've
Bungie
seen
dev.
stuff like that before, where it's
Yeah.
like kill someone
not hard.
who's
killed the dev who had kill somebody who
never
has
mind.
this achievement.
Bungie didn't do it. It's 3-for-3, so they might play a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not a hard one to get. Either.
It'll stack. Like the longer you go,
Yeah.
the more people will have.
Well, like
been
I said,
affected.
because once
Yeah.
I mean
Maybe
the
an
only
outbreak.
issue is once they fix multiplayer. Once they fix
Maybe an
multiplayer,
The-
it's easy.
When they released that, it's when they had the infected playlist because it was almost
That's right.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's right. That
All
was,
right.
I love Infected. I'm so excited to play Halo multiplayer.
But yeah, give us updates every now and
I will.
again on how
I will.
your achievement thing is
Week
going.
from now, guys, at 4.
I'm gonna
just waiting
I got
for
7 in the span of
multiplayer.
10
to
If
minutes.
he's your friend on Xbox One, you're gonna see
Yeah, that's true.
fucking Bum on the Beach has earned 47
Bum
fucking-
on a beach.
bench.
But no, we'll make it a little segment.
Our first
so the listeners will
mission that he
know.
beat, he got like 12
Yeah,
achievements.
and like
Oh,
in like
geez.
5 minutes.
Yeah. It's fun.
Grant, it's only like 1% of the whole game.
You need
So
to
it's
play with
the
us.
it's the new Avatar. I'm not fucking buying Master Chief Collection.
You don't
Why?
have it?
How come?
I thought you had it.
I lost my job 2 weeks ago.
I know, but I
I'm
thought you
saving
had
every
it.
Hey,
penny
man,
I have.
I thought you
Money
had it.
sucks.
Once
No.
you get
I
it, once you
didn't
get it,
buy
we'll
it.
play.
I
Once you
didn't
get
buy
it, we'll play.
I'm actually thinking about getting rid of Sunset because you told me we were going to play that too.
Oh,
Ouch.
Jesus, that's harsh.
I actually haven't used my Xbox for gaming in like a week.
It's rare that I
man.
use my Xbox for gaming too. So.
It's always
That's pretty sad. Isn't it?
Xbox turn on, Xbox go to Netflix.
It's all right.
Oh,
It'll change. I mean,
Isn't that sad?
I fixed
bunch
the
of new
sign-in
games, though,
thing.
so.
I didn't
So did
have.
I, yeah,
I
you
didn't
have
have
to
auto.
check. It
yeah.
turns
TV.
off for some reason.
Not gaming.
Yeah.
TV, sports,
TV.
TV.
I actually had an
TV,
issue where
television,
if I have a
TV.
game in my
Xbox on,
Xbox, it
sports.
wouldn't turn on from the controller.
Xbox turn off.
Yeah.
I have issues where I turn it off. It's like it pretends that it's updating, but I know there's no update.
Huh.
Like it just blinks the light
And
over
then
and
does
over
it
again.
eventually just go off?
Like 20 minutes later.
That's weird.
Overturn.
That was
Speaking of overtime, this
Center.
podcast went way overtime.
Yeah, seriously.
Aaron, finish this
Let's finish
video.
up. Let's finish it up.
It's not that
Finish it,
far.
Spank.
Thanks
Yeah,
everybody for
it's
joining us
straight
for
on time.
another episode
fine.
of the Input Delay podcast. So we've taken a bit of a break from the listener questions recently, but if there's anything you'd like to ask the team, email us at input.delayed@gmail.com with the subject line listener questions, and we'll talk about it on the show.
Don't email us.
Or
porn.
answer this shit.
Don't email us porn subscriptions.
Please don't do that.
I don't want to have to filter that.
Yes. If you used to be a drug addict and now you're selling magazine subscriptions, we don't care.
Fucking office space.
If you just want to chat, you can hit us up on the Twitters at Input Delay or directly. I'm at Yeah Thanks Coach. Chris is at Input Delay Chris. Nick is at DeVeo Boutique. Adam is at ADPlat19. If you need me to repeat those, fuck you. Listen to it again. As always, I want to remind everyone to go out and be vocally positive on and about the internets. Go tell someone you like what they do. They get told enough from assholes and no good, dirty fools that they're crap and you know they're wrong. You love these people and probably just don't say it enough. So go do that. Thanks for listening.
Are we saying bye?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Balls.
Should I stop it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's let it go for another
Yeah.
40 seconds. So
We'll do
hit
like a slow burn out
40. Yeah. I'm just gonna let it run.
Okay.
Oh, man.
until when?
So,
Until like we all fall
I'll
asleep.
leave. I'll come back tomorrow.
Shocking.
Finish it then.
All right. Okay.
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 Then.
All right.